Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. I am doing quite well. Quite well. I hope all of you got a chance to experience some of the Exodus content. I'm really excited for the game, as you can probably tell from my review. And I think Outcast so far has done a great job. Obviously, there's some more work to be done over the next year or so, but I'm really excited for what the final product is going to be like. What's up, Moan? Yeah, it's the closed beta. So I'm actually going to do 2 runs of it today. One is male and one is female. What's up, Ryan? What's good, Halsey? How are you all doing? What's up, Quintech? Alec, how are you, man? Sierra, Alex, Moonlight, Lennon, Ghost, Deacon, what's good, everybody? Hope all of you have had a great day. I've had a pretty good one. I can't complain, man. Can't complain. Work wasn't too crazy. Can't ask for much more than that. Yeah, not exactly mixed, but some obvious points of improvement to be had. Yeah, like I feel good about it, but at the same time, definitely some areas where it should improve. What's up, JV? How are you? I love John Expanse from the Expanse series. Nice. Did you ever read the books? I've only watched the TV show. I've never read the books, but I've heard they're awesome. I'm going to try to see if I can read them before this game comes out. I assume the full version of it will probably come out sometime next year. So I think I got some time. I want to read I've got a bunch of Warhammer books sitting behind me that I've been supposed to have picked up. So I'm going to focus on those first. Enjoying the Hellish Shield Rigger class in D&D. Nice. What does that class do? I don't think I've heard of it before. So yeah, we're gonna play through the closed beta a couple of times so you all can see all of the different abilities and passes and get a feel for what Outcat is cooking up. Again, I'm really excited for it. I think it looks very strong, very cool. There are some areas where I feel like they need to improve, and we'll talk about that as we go through the beta, but overall, I feel good about it. Let's see. Let me get the audio back up. I'll put this at 60%. That usually works out. You all can let me know if I need to bump it up or pull it down some. What's up, Excelsior? I've read the books and watched the series. This is streaming. Wait for it. Nice. So which one do you like more, the books or the TV series? TV show only, Ghost? Okay, in the same boat. Plan on playing Adam RPG 1 and Tunograph in preparation for Adam RPG 2. So, you know what? Let's talk about this for a minute before we start out. So I saw, and Lennon, maybe you can help me out a little bit with this. I saw that Adam RPG 2 has a Kickstarter that's already started up, right? And is already in full swing. I feel kind of iffy about that, to be completely honest with you, because Swordhaven, I never played the first Adam RPG, but Swordhaven dropped out of nowhere, I felt like. And even though I didn't finish it, I got the strong feeling that it wasn't a complete experience. And the Adam team came out publicly and said, basically, I guess there's a patch or an update that's supposed to come in the fall, which is like gonna complete the game, right? Give us the full version of what Swordhaven is supposed to be. It's kind of weird to me to have a game drop out of nowhere with uncompleted content that's not going to be completed until months and months later, and then drop the Kickstarter for a new game right in the middle of that. Is there something that I'm missing? Like, am I bugging about this? Because again, I don't play like close attention to Adam team. So maybe, you know, I'm just missing news, or there's some holes that I have that would help me feel better about the situation. But that's pretty much why I've been hesitant to do a video on it up to this point. What's up, Niska? How are you? Just finished your first run of beta, had a great time? That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Ooh, a knight who can cast spells and wears medium armor? That sounds like fun. What up, K-Man? How are you, dude? Not on really brought me out of low point. Hey, it's absolutely my pleasure, man. Absolutely my pleasure. Happy to say. What's up, William? How are you, dude? Hope you're feeling better today, K-Man. The books gives more content, but the series is good. Okay, I'll have to try to read the series at some point for sure. That's normal for them since Adam 1 dropped Dead City update after they made a full release. So this is basically just how they do things. It adds a whole new map. Interesting. Did you have to pay for the Dead City update, or was it a free update for the game? All right, so let's get into it. I want to do a new game. We're going to do the first run on normal, so you all see what that's like, and then the second run we'll do on hard, because I do plan to do 2 of them today. Previously, in the Expanse Osiris Reborn, you and your twin are Pinkwater security mercenaries. You lost your entire squad while narrowly escaping Arrow Station, where the entire population was infected with an unknown substance. You escaped on an enemy ship, the Mat, and now want to find out who's responsible for Arrows. You've just arrived at Pinkwater 4 Station to discuss the situation with your boss, Oscar O'Connell. During docking, your twin, Jay, was unintentionally rude to the dispatcher and wants to make amends. All right, so you got a choice. If you're going to play as a female, you have to be a belter, and if you're going to be a male, then you have to be an officer. So we're going to do a male officer first, and then second we'll do a female hacker. Sensei, it's about an hour and a half if you play it by yourself. I'm live streaming, so sometimes I'll stop and talk with people and all that. So not sure how long it'll take me, but that's how long it'll probably take you. What's up, Master Bill? How are you, dude? Space game that isn't about fatherhood and raising an AI robot. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Week is going well, dude. I can't complain. The 40-point price point is keeping you away. I understand. That's awesome. Glad to hear it, K-Man. What's up, Steven? How are you, dude? In fact, they're making an enhanced edition for Adam 1. So they're working on 3 games at one time right now? That's wild. What up, Randall? How are you, dude?
Oh, my man Zafar. Glad to see you.
Coffee? I got a fresh pot.
Thanks. Can't imagine what hoops you jumped through to get the coffee. Let alone the spices.
Every little joy is a candle. The more you light, the more life's darkness wanes.
Zafar and his metaphors. But you're right. The dark days are definitely upon us.
I was so worried about you, my friends. We couldn't contact the Piranha. Eros went silent. There was all kinds of speculation.
What exactly?
Talk about some outbreak and quarantine. All the while, the UN and Mars issue no official statements. As if they were blindsided by all of this.
I see you all saying you feel like the voices are low, so let me bump that up some. So we're at 60. Let's go to 75 and see if that helps. Okay, so Zafar is a character who will be one of our companions in the game, but he's not a companion in the beta. In the beta, you only get your twin as a companion. Your twin is automatically the same gender as you. So this character will have a totally different voice actor based on whether you choose to be a male or a female. Their build, though, will be the same regardless of which one you are. Let's see. Disease spread on purpose.
The outbreak is real, and the disease was spread on purpose.
Is that why you're alone? Without Vic and the others?
Yes, no one else survived. They blew up the Piranha when it was leaving. Whoever destroyed the station didn't want witnesses. We didn't know these guys like you did, Zafar. Still, we're so sorry.
Such cruel irony. Not to die in combat, but on vacation. Report to Director O'Connell ASAP. I just have one question. Is this ship yours?
You could say that. She was our ticket off Eros.
She can be legally recognized as yours by right of salvage. If the previous owners are dead, of course.
Oh, they are.
You'll have to tell me that story later. Right now, this ship needs a checkup and a reprogrammed transponder.
Alcat is working on Expanse, Dark Heresy. Yeah, but Atom RPG, I don't feel like they've had nearly the same level of success as Alcat, and I don't think they're as large, so I don't consider it the same deal. So I'm playing as Earthers right now, and noticeably they are shorter. You'll see when we play as the female Belters, they're taller than everybody else, which is definitely accurate and super, super cool. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to see more of that. I'm wondering what the physical stature will be like for people who come from Mars as well, because that's also supposed to be an option. Definitely strong Mass Effect vibes, Andromeda vibes. I definitely agree. I hope that the story for this game is superior, but yeah, those call outs are definitely legit. Alcat has already been up front that Mass Effect wasn't influencing what they're doing here, but keep in mind the Expanse world is very, very different from the Mass Effect world. Mass Effect, of course, had a huge emphasis on aliens and having all sorts of different alien cultures for you to interact with. The Expanse does not nearly have that same level of focus on aliens. In fact, aliens don't even come up until far away in the future of the story, so we almost certainly won't meet any of them in this game.
Can you help us with the transponder and the checkup?
Of course. I never pass up an opportunity to have a look around the new ship.
Sorry, but we need to go now. O'Connell's waiting.
Luna always carries with it the tides. I wish I knew what it is you carry. Good luck.
Nice.
So,
What's up, Three?
next up, report to the boss.
Okay, so now we have control of our character. If I press O, then it's going to go into the mechanics. So you have 3 sets of skills: your combat skills, your exploration skills, and then you have a personal passive that you get based on your home world. So since I've decided to be an Earther, I get Gravity's Gift, increased to athletics by 1. Your character is not capable of having the athletic skill, so I guess that's something they'll be changing when we have access to the full game, where you'll be able to select your own exploration skills. But as it stands, I get 2 of them. So the first one is Persuasion. What's up, Conqueror? Appreciate you following me over on Twitch, dude. What up, Beast? Yeah, I've been waiting for it as well, man. What up, Cardinal? How are you? Moonlight, I'm playing as a man first and I play as a woman second. Oh yeah, so I love Zafar's voice, Deacon. I think Zafar's amazing. What's up, Rug? It's like, does watching the show make the experience more enjoyable? Yep, and you'll see that in a bit. We're gonna get a call back to the show in just a minute. So I have the persuasion skill that obviously is gonna make me more persuasive when talking with people, and you'll see me use that in a bit. And then engineering is gonna help you when you're interacting with machines. There's only one time that it pops up in the game, in the beta, but it might pop up more in the game. And then you've got 4 combat skills. So shooter is obviously all about me being good with weapons. And then you have gadgets, which is all about you being able to use the grenades, the drones, the turrets, things of that nature. So if you choose to be a hacker, you're going to start with 4 points here. You automatically start at level 4. Since I decided to be an officer, I instead started with 4 points here in shooter. Then you also have survivalist in case you want to go for more of a tank build. And then finally there's leader if you wanted to put all of your points and your effort into ensuring your companions are as good as they could possibly be. So tomorrow I have a video going over all of the gear in the game, and then the day after that I have a video walking through all of the mechanics. What's up, Havoc? I'm assuming they will brush up on the mechanics in combat. Played on PS5, it was clunky. Walking on the ship and looking at the space feels amazing. I agree. There's definitely some things about this game they need to shore up, but overall, I feel really good about it. So at the bottom here, you'll see it's decorative, and that's exactly the way they deal with armor. Your armor does not give you any bonuses, so you're free to mix and match and choose whatever you like. Then you got 4 slots for subsystems. Each subsystem subsystem is going to provide a specific buff or bonus from your character. And you can see with the lightweight frame, that's where all of my armor actually comes from. I don't get armor from the armor that I actually have equipped. And then you have gadgets. These are essentially abilities that you can use in combat. So if you're a shooter, you start with the frag grenade, and then I have incendiary rounds, which are capable of setting enemies on fire. And then I have the tactical scanner, which will basically light enemies up and also give them, they'll take 30% more damage from me. If I was playing as a hacker, I'd have a drone that I could send out at enemies. And I think I'd start with an incendiary grenade, which lights enemies on fire when you throw it at them, along with dealing some damage. And then you get 2 weapon slots. So you have basically a slot for a large weapon, such as an assault rifle, sniper rifle, or shotgun. And then for a more compact weapon, like an SMG or a pistol. And then your twin has their own weapon slot. Your twin can either have an SMG or an assault rifle, if I remember correctly. They start with an incendiary grenade and they start with their own subsystem. And then they actually have 2 unique options. So they have a unique gadget called Jay's multi-shot, and basically anytime you tell Jay, hey, target this particular enemy, they'll use that multi-shot and potentially hit multiple enemies with it. Take care, Travis. Have a good one, dude. And then with the subsystem, it just gives him a bonus to weapon damage and accuracy. So that is pretty much it to begin with. So let's go ahead and start exploring. What's up, Earth? Appreciate you following me over on Twitch. About the enhanced edition. The enhanced edition is mostly going to be better graphics, so not much to work on. Better graphics for a game could potentially be a lot of work, but I see your point. So maybe I'll wait then until they finish that and then play it.
Stop by and say hello. You think he'll be glad to see you? I called him a pain in the ass. I want to say sorry.
And now from Belter today. The explosion at the ice hauler Canterbury has caused a water supply crisis on Ceres and renewed discussion over the inevitability of a military conflict between Mars and Earth. One of the survivors, the executive officer of the Canterbury, James Holden, has published a video in which he declares that the ice hauler was destroyed by the MCRN. Mars denies all accusations. Holden's whereabouts remain unknown.
So as you can see, for those of you who have read the books and looked at the show, early callback to James Holden, Owlcat has already confirmed that there are people from the show that have already signed on for voice acting roles in the game. So there's definitely going to be callbacks, but no telling how many callbacks there'll be. What up, Scroto? How are you, dude? Just want to say you're blessed all this while. Hey, thank you, Scroto. I appreciate you, dude. Hope you're doing well, man. What up, Chaotic? How are you? Why is Caden in this game? Stop it. Oh, definitely let me know, Lennon. I'll check it out for sure. For sure. I'll check the enhanced edition with it out. Really like the belt to slang. I'm hoping for a lot of it. Me too. Me too. I think that's definitely going to make the world more immersive if they took the time to add it in. Hopefully they did. Let's see. Anything to download here? We're not going to bother reading all the stuff. No way to know if they'll keep it in the main game. When we know we're getting like a full version of the game, then we'll start reading all the books and things of that nature that they provide. Grumble, what's up, man? Appreciate you using your Prime membership over on Twitch, dude. Thank you. So you're going to see a lot of aluminum alloys, wires, things of that nature that I pick up. It's pretty obvious they want to make crafting a big part of that game. It takes a minute for us to get to a workbench, but once we do, I'll talk a little bit more about how that part works.
You just got back, darlings. I'm sorry, but dinner's not ready yet.
Oh, Shimizu.
What up, Alchemist?
So good.
Of course, I know my stuff. I'm starting to suspect you only come back to the station for my cooking.
How'd you like your first playthrough, Alchemist? What's up, Shepard? Yeah, Alcat said it. Mass Effect was definitely a inspiration for the game, dude. NYC, what's up, Matt? Yes, the demo's on both PlayStation and Xbox. But it's a closed beta, not a demo. So you have to purchase the game in order to get access to it.
Second semi-ring. But man, is it better with our girl out there?
Okay, the power grid's fine. I'll adjust the clamps now.
Oh, careful.
Roberta and Kamina? Oh, from the show. Yep. Has Alcat ever made another game similar to this? No, this is completely new territory for them. Alcat specializes in isometric CRPGs. So this is completely out of their wheelhouse. It'll be very interesting to see if they are able to pull it off. Randall, I would be shocked if Miller doesn't show up, considering his actor, whose name escapes me right now, is a producer for the Expanse TV show. So I assume he'll probably end up getting some sort of cut on this. And he's just a massive fan of everything that they've been doing. So it's very, very unlikely that he wouldn't be involved. And one of the collector's edition items that you can get is a direct callback to him. You can basically get like his hat, his outfit, and his pistol, if I remember correctly.
It's time to lock down this.
Larry, there's a weird blip on the LiDAR.
That's my future. I'm gonna throw myself out of the airlock if I'm not left.
I'm serious. This spot is a degree hotter than the surrounding space.
Probably a dust cloud or some debris. It happens.
What up, Nate? Thomas Jane, that's his name. Yep, thank you. Yep, no problem, NYC. Oh, there was difficulty with your beta key this morning. Got a duplicate? Ah, sorry to hear that, but I'm glad at some point they worked it out. Drummer's voice actress, yep, she did a Telltale game, so I would be shocked if she's not involved in it as well. Miller is awesome. I agree. I would love to see him in a video game.
Larry, we're back.
And hi to you too. I wish I could pretend that I'm too busy and don't have time to talk. But I'm on a break.
Oh, come on. I'm really glad to see you. And I'm sorry for calling you a pain in the ass. Why so glum?
It all started in
We
childhood.
stand upon the
My
precipice
father
of
was a
change.
tyrant, and my mother was a typical
Told you,
unfulfilled
Deacon.
housewife.
Sounds like the setup for a sitcom.
Women sound much better.
Wait,
I'll be playing them
serious?
next.
Sorry, go on.
Appreciate you
When
following me
my
on Twitch,
father
Alchemist.
died, Mom directed all her resentment on me. Now she's upset I don't visit her on Ceres. I wanted to send her a gift, but Luciana charges an arm and a leg for delivery. That's why I'm so glum, as you put it.
Yeah, as I mentioned in my review, I kind of feel like the male voice actors, the voice actor doesn't really live up to the moment. I felt like the female voice actors are much better. So, like I said, we're gonna do a run as the male first, and then we'll do a run as the female. I think it also helps that they're belters, and so they use a little bit of that slang that you all have talked about before, and that adds to the immersion as well.
What gift will you give her?
Ah, well, it's just a painting.
That's a lost to
She
one.
loves homemade things.
When did you have time to paint something?
I paint it during what others call free time, but I just call it the brief moment between work and sleep. Each day, bit by bit, and voila. It's not that big a deal.
We can deliver the gift to your mom. Yeah, I want something good to happen today. I'm tired of all this despair.
Oh, that would be really nice. My mom is sick of waiting, and she's pissed. Won't answer any of my calls. Just snaps at me if we do talk. Okay, deal. I'll ask someone to bring my painting by the ship while you speak to O'Connell. And please, don't open the package. Thank you.
You look tired. I think you need some rest.
Well, that is a spot-on diagnosis. How did you know that I didn't have a single day off for a month? Because of the pitch black circles under my eyes? Or is it the general sense of despair I'm exuding?
A month without a day off? Sheesh. What's O'Connell saying?
You're not getting leave right after Harry quit. I don't care if your mommy is waiting for you on Ceres. And yes, I am an asshole.
Typical O'Connell. Somebody has to remind him we're humans, not robots. You know what? Maybe I will.
Alchemist, appreciate you using your Prime over on Twitch, man. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, Excelsior, I definitely feel like the Belchers, I haven't read the books, but in the show, they were very, very interesting. Yeah, Jay is annoying right now, and I feel like the main character is bland. Again, I feel like even though it's the exact same dialogue, all that changes with the women. I think their voice acting really makes the dialogue pop. Jerron, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? Hope you've been having a good week so far, man. The music is great. I feel like Owlcat always does a great job with their soundtracks, and in my opinion, this is no exception. And honestly, even though I really enjoy the Expanse TV show, I never felt like music was a strong part of that show. Like, they've got that iconic theme that it starts with, but that's about it. And so the fact that Owlcat has already put together a soundtrack that I feel like has its own identity and already is memorable is really, really freaking cool.
You worked with a guy named Harry?
Yeah, I know. Hilarious. Larry and Harry. I really hope the next person I work with won't have a name with Re in it.
Ha! Hopefully it won't be that bad, Deacon. What up, Nate? Is it everything you hope for? I think they still got some work to do. I mentioned it in my review, but I'm still excited about the future.
With the brass acting like that, a month without leave can easily turn into a year. When's your next vacation?
Any vacation is postponed indefinitely until they find a replacement to take on some of the work. But O'Connell says that could take months. Not many people would want to serve out on some remote station when they can work in a major port, like Ceres.
Hang in there, Larry. We really need you.
I'm trying, but it's one or the other in any case. Either I work myself to death, or I manage to make it to my next vacation. And honestly, I'm at the point where I don't care which comes first.
See you, Larry.
See you later.
What's up, Trash Can? Sorry, dude, I missed your comment. I enjoy the game overall thus far. I think the dialogue needs to be improved. I mentioned that in my review.
Wait, so you flew in on that? I just got back from Europa, updated my range of products, and bought all the orders from my last visit.
What depressing, dude.
For example, your boss O'Connell ordered some warm socks and 5 packs of Elm set. Finding the socks was the hardest part. Can you imagine? Zafar Hijazi bought flashlights for the whole crew. And their
Oh, I just called his last name is Hijazi. Interesting.
Absolutely nothing for himself. What a man.
What's new on the station?
Well, everyone's spreading different theories about what happened to the Canterbury. Either the Martians blew it up or someone else.
The guys here get bored when they're not on a mission.
Okay, let me think of something else. Oh, better stay away from your boss. He's been beside himself ever since comms from Captain Burrows went dark.
That's exactly why we need to talk to O'Connell.
Oh, okay. Maybe you can tell me. Oh, I see. On second thought, looks like you have some bad news. And I only like the good kind.
Yeah, I feel like everybody else's voice acting is fine. Like the NPCs you talk with, they range from, hey, it's okay, to actually really, really good. It's the main two guys where I'm like, this doesn't seem to be up to snuff. As far as the dialogue not being good enough, I agree with that, but also we're like at least a year, maybe even more than a year out from release. So I feel like there's plenty of time for them to shore up that area, as long as it doesn't extend to like the entire game, and there's no way for us to know how far it extends.
Since we're gossiping anyway, tell me, what's the word on us?
Agreed. Shouldn't expect the beta to be perfect, Nate.
Of course they do. It's hilarious. Burrows gave your fire team the best call sign. The guy's got quite an imagination.
Believe it or not, it's not even because we're twins. All new teams were given call signs based on constellations. We drew Gemini at random. Prisha and her team ended up with Virgo, and they're not too keen on it.
I gotta update my file on you. Okay, here's another one. They say Jay once punched the son of the UN Deputy Secretary General's mistress in the face. That's why he had to leave Earth.
I really did punch someone, and then we got punched back hard. But that son of a bitch didn't have connections. That sneaky bastard just knew how to snitch.
Here's another one. On Earth, you two are not fighters, but models.
Huh. Well, my brother and I are pretty good-looking guys.
Once you are hired to model uniforms for a few security firms, O'Connell saw your photos from the shoot and immediately decided to recruit you.
Ha! I think I know who made it up. Not sure whether to buy them a drink or clock them in the face.
I don't know if you could be evil in this. In the Expanse TV show, see, I don't feel like Expanse is really about good and evil. It's all about perspective, right? Like, there are kind of some people you can look at as evil, but even then, oftentimes they're fighting for reasons that are totally understandable. So I'm expecting the Expanse to be more so, honestly, like Mass Effect, where it's not about good and evil, but it's more so about Renegade and Paragon. What tactics do you use to accomplish your goals? And whether or not your goals are good or evil aligned is probably based on the perspective of different factions. You know, the Belchers might think you're a great guy, whereas the Martians or Earthers might feel like you're terrible. What's up, Keck? What's going on, RSP? How are you all doing? Say the facial animations are bad. Never played. Yeah, I don't feel like the facial animations are bad. They're not wowing me, but they're not bad. What's gonna evil gonna be side with the right? Exactly, JV. Exactly. Like, that's about it.
What are they saying here about the situation on Eros?
According to the news, Eros is under quarantine. I don't believe it. I can smell lies even from the screen.
Smell lies? What, like a psychic or something?
Like a businesswoman. If I couldn't tell when I was being lied to, I wouldn't be successful.
I always wanted to ask how you ended up here. Why is O'Connell working with a traveling vendor?
Yeah, working.
Yeah, Amos, exactly. Amos is a great example.
Your O'Connell loves people, but not nearly as much as his rules. Well, at least my visits are always such a hit. You mercenaries sit at the station for hours, and the staff almost lives here. Everyone wants to buy all sorts of nice little things from the outer and inner planets. That's why I'm allowed in here. By the way, would you be interested to know how I was born?
I didn't see that coming. What, is it an interesting story?
I think it explains my wanderlust. My mother gave birth to me on a transport ship, somewhere between Ceres and Earth. That's why I can't stay put in one place for too long. Simple as that.
What's the point in gossiping about customers? Are you afraid of backlash if the whole station knows what they ordered?
Orders what? Socks and flashlights? That's not even gossip. That's just ordinary small talk. Real secrets are safe with me. Otherwise, no one would want to work with me, right? So don't worry and quit it with the lecturing. I know my stuff.
Yeah, it's super weird to me that Fable is not going to have any sort of morality scale. I felt like that was a core part of the original experience. And it's going to be very interesting to see whether or not morality remains an aspect of the game that's interesting without having those direct features and mechanics surrounding it. I don't know if I would say we need to bring good and evil back in gaming media, because I think it's really nice some games who are focusing on like having gray and saying this isn't necessarily pure evil, but it's definitely nice when some games make it clear cut. When say this is good, this is evil. You keep doing this, you're clearly evil. If that's the way you want to play, hey, go ahead and play that way. You know, and I felt like Fable was one of those games, and now it seems like that's going to be lost.
It's interesting to hear who's buying what, of course. But I want to know some real secrets.
Yeah, right. Real secrets are safe with me. Rings any bells?
Oh, come on. You know so much, it must be impossible to keep it all to yourself.
Pretty inaudible. Sometimes the mouth stretches.
Fine. The most
Like
intriguing
there?
story is
Yeah.
about you, my dears. They say you're criminals hiding away here as mercenaries.
Oh man, undercover agents would have been way cooler.
Hey.
I'm just repeating what I've heard. Why so serious? So, is it true?
No, it's not.
Yeah, if we ever get the KOTOR remake, Randall.
Got any more gossip? Something a bit more compelling? Everyone has some kind of story that helps us understand them.
Well, you're right about that. Information can be very useful.
Fate is 4 years away
I heard Safar has a tragic past.
at least.
That's why he's so pensive all the time. Someone died or something. But I don't know the details. He doesn't confide in me. I bet it's a dark and sad story though, and I don't like those.
It's like I've always known. But I wouldn't press Zafar. No point in opening old wounds. Got anything juicier? Someone's gotta have a big skeleton in their closet. You probably found out something that kept you up at night. What was it?
Okay, get ready. This news will blow your mind, because you work kind of closely with Captain Burrows. I've heard Burrows has connections at the very top of the MCR. Either he was born with a silver spoon, or has a leg in with some politicians.
He definitely has an in with a few politicians. Well, had. But I don't believe the silver spoon backstory.
I never lie. The captain helped one poor guy with some hard-to-get documents. This guy told me himself, on Mars. Can you imagine? Believe it or not, choose for yourself. I won't tell you any more.
Show me what you got.
Of course.
Okay, so if you take the time to search around everywhere here, you'll have just enough money in order to buy the shotgun that is available. I personally don't like using the shotgun because enemies can hit like trucks on hard. And so I feel like you don't get a build that really allows you to maximize this, but the option is available for you. I think, though, it makes much more sense to go ahead and just buy the crafting materials that are available. So that's what I'm gonna do. By the way, big fan of most of the UI elements. I feel like everything looks very clean. It's easy to understand. I'm not a big fan of the way dialogue looks, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. But overall, as far as everything else, I think it looks super clean and very impressive. So all good on that front. Nothing there, nothing there.
Larry from Dispatch, yeah.
Larry Chokes. Now, that is a good one.
Ours aren't bad. Nope. No, like I said, I feel like the faces are pretty good. The animations need a little bit of work, but overall, they're good. And I think the voice acting outside of the main two guys is solid as well. So, strong beginning.
Sir.
Here you are.
I want an explanation. Where's Vic? Where's the Piranha? What's with the new ship in my damn stable?
The Piranha was destroyed, sir. Captain Barros and the whole crew died in the line of duty.
What? What the?
What's going on, Fire and Lena?
They didn't exactly introduce themselves. The station was infected by an unknown bioweapon, presumably. It was a planned op. A bunch of guys with guns assured word didn't get out. They're the ones who destroyed the Piranha. The ship we escaped on belonged to them. We fought our way on board.
Wait. The news is saying there was an outbreak. HQ reported that even our UN contact doesn't know the whole story. Not a word about shots fired. Or ships being destroyed. Only the quarantine.
Quarantine, yes. But this disease, or whatever it is, was brought there on purpose. We barely escaped.
An outbreak? The Piranha? This is insane.
You know, I'm not gonna waste time convincing you. We were to report on the Piranha's status, which we did.
This isn't a report. It's complete bollocks. Why should I believe you?
Sir, please listen. An unknown ship is approaching the station. Appeared right in front of us. The radars are clear.
Take what about the two? Two criminals have taken refuge at your feet. I'm going to arrest them for stealing Protogen Company property.
Protogen? I remember that brute. We saw her on Eros.
Sir, somebody hacked our comms. And not only that, the docking systems are responding. They want to...
We are preparing to board the station and commandeer our ship. Do not interfere.
We took their ship, but it was our only chance at survival.
What's up, Judge Dredd? You're about to see combat.
Boarding my station. Handing out orders.
I think it's very good.
Protogen will easily turn this into a massacre if they want.
So this decision I feel like is pretty consequential. So we're gonna go with they want to kill us.
They're the ones who destroyed Eros, and now they come for us.
What's up, Tiago? What's up, Janky?
What are we done for?
I can't. Shit. I'm responsible not only for you, but for the whole station full of other people. What do you want from me?
He sure did call her brute, and I did think that was hilarious. I'm sorry. So this is the decision that you have to make. So you can either ask him to have the whole station take up arms and assist in protecting them from this mercenary company that has come, or you can say, hey, you know what? You guys don't do anything. We're just going to make a run for it, and we'll make our way out on our own, right? So we're going to say, cover us. Order everyone to take up arms.
Cover us. Order everyone to take arms and defend.
Nope, you got in at just the right time, Pseudo.
We'll all have a chance of surviving if everyone.
What's up, Joanne?
Even if you surrender the station peacefully, Protogen won't just fly away. We witnessed what they did on Eros, and they'll kill anyone we've had contact with.
Can they really do this?
They hacked our comms instead of contacting you officially. That doesn't bother you at all?
I mean, brute seems like the right word, to be honest with you.
Like hell, I'm going to give up my station without a fight.
Thank you, Oscar. We won't forget this.
Now, climb into the vent. Get to your ship, and good goddamn riddance. We'll cover you.
Thank you, sir. And see you around.
That's awesome, Tiago. I'm glad you're happy with it so far, dude. It seems like a very strange thing to be in your personal control. At least they did add lines where your character justifies the suggestion. I wonder if when we play the full game, we'll get more context regarding our relationship with that character. Oh, I can't wait for Zero Company. Definitely looking forward to it. Okay, so Cover-based system, very similar to Mass Effect for those of you who have played it. 3 buttons for the gadgets that you can use, and then you can also use Q to control your companion. Regenerate health and armor by either taking shelter, or you can manually use foam to patch up holes. And then, as I mentioned, you can press Q directly on an enemy in order for J to use their multi-shot ability, which can potentially hit multiple enemies. Or you can also press Q on some part of the environment to cause negative effects for an enemy as well. Then you also have the ability to pause and manually use commands if you want to slow down the action. So with that, let's go ahead and get into it. Advanced armors for sure. All right, and I feel like it's been a while since we did say, but so if we had told the station not to do anything, they would just be standing around waiting. But instead, they are going to help us. So it's been a while since I did shooter. What do I want to do? We'll start with tactical scanner, and then yeah, that's what I'll do. And then you, let's throw that. And then that didn't do what I wanted to, but it's okay. There we go. And then I'm gonna give myself the Inferno rounds. So this one we're playing on just normal, so you saw them.
Mayor, I thought today was gonna be such a good day. Then boom, a fucking attack. Thanks for the assist.
Hang in there, and good luck.
Pretty sure the beta does have
These assholes
controller support.
spread out across the station like cockroaches. What do they want?
Us, and the ship we came in on.
I see. No more lollygagging. They're probably on your trail.
Foam to patch up holes? No, like repair foam. Yeah, patch up holes in your armor though. You should have known this question would come. Will there be romance options? Yep, multiple romance options. Hey. Miranda, there's already a character in the game who seems like their version of Miranda, in fact. Hey, so does it feel like Mass Effect? I'd say so, Misty. The armor looks absolutely sick in this game. I agree. What's up, Lols? How are you? The enemies don't seem overly spongy. No, the enemies aren't spongy at all. Now, again, I'm on normal. I'm not on hard. So it'd be a little bit more difficult on hard. But even then, no. If you use good tactics, everything I feel like can be overcome in what I would consider to be like a regular standard way. It's not that crazy. By the way, Belter armor looks totally different when we get over to the women.
We copy. Safar, our own personal search and rescue.
I'm on the Mott's Bridge, looking at the tactical map and the feeds from your suits. I've got company, and locked doors aren't going to keep them out for long.
So they'll snatch our ship if we don't hurry?
I'll guide you through. Follow my thread.
So I was going to mention what I don't like about the interface for the dialogue. I really like the audio levels going up and down when they speak. I think that's a really cool aspect of it. And the interface works fine here, but I feel like sometimes when there are multiple dialogue options, it's hard for you to realize what's going to close off some of the questions that you wanted to ask. There were a couple of times where I selected something and felt like the other options there I would still have available, but instead it kind of progressed the conversation forward. So I hope they either switch it up a little bit where it's more clear what's going to move it forward, or they change this interface up so that you could just look at it and have a better idea of what to do.
Thanks for the help, Safar. Oscar told you to radio us?
No. I will get you out even if he gave me direct orders not to. Enough people died because I did nothing.
We're ready. Take us to the ship.
Advance to the door. There will be a technical corridor behind it. I'll plan you an evac route. Stand by.
Loud and clear. We could use some ship support.
What do you mean when you say 2 options, NYC?
Not our finest moment.
It's not possible for you to have the analysis skill, by the way.
Protogen is a private security company, just like Pinkwater. What the hell are they doing? Let's ask them over dinner sometime.
Yeah, Zafar is amazing in this. You'll see. Is it going to release close to the date of the... Wait, is it going to release close to date of Exodus release? I don't know what you're referring to, Paul.
Hostiles are likely close. Left side has a good vantage point. Perfect for an ambush.
Oops. So this is an example of being able to use something in the environment. He does that, and then there we go. And let's see, you're there. What can I do? Yep, he can engage with you. And then actually, I want you to do that as well. So now, yep. That's fine. And then there's you. Let me make sure I can see all of you. There we go. And I think that's it. We're good.
Where to next?
You need to throw them off your set. Get out onto the station's hull. There's an airlock right next to you.
Roger that. Jay, let's get out there.
All right. Now things are going to start to get weird. Get real. Yes, you can play as Martian characters in the full version of the game. In the beta, you can only choose between Earther and Belter. Do not know that we know the launch dates of... Yeah, we don't know the launch... Oh, right. Exodus is the other game. Yeah, we don't know the launch dates of Expanse and Exodus as at this time. What up, Smokey? I'm a fan of the gunplay for sure. Do you have to watch the show to understand the story? Not at all. No. So Owlcat already released a trailer saying they're working with a NASA astronaut to ensure that they get space right.
Wow. Now, it used to be that the infinity of space terrified me.
And when did it stop?
When I realized that, actually, it's freedom.
So there's going to be a big focus on...
This should stop them.
We're on different sides of the semi-ring, but there's a Protogen ship docked near me. They're looking for you. It's too dangerous to go straight through. Do you see an elevator in front of you? It'll take you to the station's access. Then, return to the semi-ring. You can reach the Mott while bypassing enemy forces.
So there's a big focus on how do you move in space? How would certain things sound? Just trying to ensure that this is as accurate as possible. So far, I think they've done an amazing job. Super, super cool. Now, you don't have perception, but your twin Jay does. And so apparently perception, the way perception works is he'll perceive that there are certain things in the environment, but you still got to kind of look around a bit to figure it out. So if you focus on there, you'll see this, and this will give you an additional pistol. Now, at this time, based on the mechanics you have available, I don't feel like there's any point in using pistols, honestly, but it looks like in the full game, there might be a build where if like you're focused on using gadgets, if you only use compact weapons, then it'll give you certain bonuses, and that might be a reason to stick with pistols. What up, homie? How are you, dude? I appreciate the $2 donation. Halo Reach playthrough? You are not the first person to bring it up. I might have to do it.
Even the universe itself. guess running in circles isn't useless after all.
Is the Mars and the MCR were facts that I liked in the books and the show? Bobby is a living weapon. Yeah, unfortunately, they did already confirm you will not get access to Martian power armor in this game. But you can play as a Martian, and that will give you special reactivity and benefits. And you see, we just got access to electric rounds. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and equip electric rounds for myself. And then, actually, I think I want to stick with incendiary grenade for you. What up, Patrick? How are you? Looks like good things so far in the beta. Yeah, so far I'm enjoying it for sure. The space gallop is cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, they're definitely working on trying to make it as accurate as possible. No power. I liked it when I saw that announcement. Yeah, agreed. Maybe it'll be in a DLC or something at some point. We'll see. We shall see.
Euros, the Piranha, and now this? We got ourselves into something extremely dangerous.
Someone had some pretty ambitious plans, and we...
No, ammo is limited. You can run out.
They're trying to get rid of us. The ship's only an excuse.
Sorry for interrupting. Almost done reconfiguring the transponder codes. That means no more Mutt. But the ship needs a new name to complete the process.
Not the best timing, but my brother and I will think of something. What the? We're sitting ducks out here! There's our exit. Go! I've got your 6.
The sector is hot! Focus! We need the fed.
Melee is definitely a thing, shot calls. Okay. I don't know if melee weapons are a thing, but
Sights on that one. It's right out.
come on, use your multi-shot. I wonder why it's not using multi-shot.
Over there. Priority target in sight.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, you are annoying. Here we are. And throw that, and we're good. There we go.
Time to flush you out.
Deal with that. Oh, snap.
Focus fire on my mark.
I'm exposed like a spruce in a storm.
And whoa, took too long. If you have repair foam, you can have your companion pick you up. Where are you? You're there. What can I do for you? Nothing. Damn, I can't even use my tactical standard. All right.
Not like this. Good one.
There we go. Okay. And revive. Okay. I don't even remember what the button is for melee attack, but there is a melee attack you can do, and there are skills you can take specifically for melee attack as well.
Sights on that one.
Nice. Here. Ooh. Screwed that up. Where'd he go? I don't see him. Here. Where are you? Oh, that is you. Thought that was Jay. There we go. Damn. There we go. Three more of you.
Good one.
There we go. Yep, that should be just about. Beautiful. Actually, what am I doing? I forgot. Hold on. Oh, they won't let me do it right now. I need a spot that I can move them in. How does move work? Here we go. Well, first we'll engage there, and then I want you to move out over there and convince more of them to raise up. Here we go. And then seriously. Thank you.
All right.
We good?
We need an elevator to the semi-ring. The mod's not far from there.
That was rough. Amy says a bit hit or miss. Nah, it's probably me. Is this same content you made a YouTube video about? Yep. This is the one I made a video about earlier today, Master Rai. Is that armor bar like a Mass Effect shield? Yeah, so you've got an armor bar that you can wait to revive, and then you've got the health bar right underneath it. Yeah, see, I missed this. This is what I should have done. He can explode that whole section. That would have made it so much easier for me. I ran over to the right a little too quickly. By the end of it, but these space bagouts and sub-outs, yeah, it gets real in space. It definitely gets real in space. What's up, Rob? Yeah, I agree, man. I really enjoy the closed beta. Show, man, it's awesome. Thanks, gamer. Glad you been enjoying it. Got more money. Money doesn't serve a purpose, by the way, in the closed beta once you get past the first section. Oh, this is just for ammo, and my ammo's back full again. So somebody asked, is ammo infinite? And it's not, but it is very plentiful. So I don't recall ever having a situation where I ran out of ammo in the beta. Zero Dream Mag boot dash, it looks good. Mm-hmm.
You can't get into it without turning off the radiators. If only I knew where the power supply units were. Scanning now. Shouldn't take long.
So you can do this straight up if you're a shooter, because you come with the engineering skill. If you're not a shooter, if you're the hacker instead, there's a drug you can find that'll boost up your engineering skill that'll allow you to be able to do this. If you haven't found the drug, though, you won't be able to pass the skill check. Might want to close your eyes if you get dizzy easily, by the way.
Okay, I'll wait for you here.
So let's see. This, and then up here. And what's the deal? I forgot. Are we supposed to? Something over. Oh, is it over there? No. Oh, here we go.
Remember how we loved hanging upside down as kids? Of course I do. Thankfully, that kind of thing doesn't give you headaches in space.
Yeah, Vertigo. I got a video coming out in a couple of days where I walk through the survey you could take after finishing this. And one of the things they specifically ask is during this section, do you feel like it's too much? You know, does it make you sick? you know, stuff like that. So this is one of the things I was thinking about, where I'm saying they're really putting a lot of effort into making sure these space sections feel unique and interesting, and I think they did a great job. I would get lost with this setting. Yeah, gamer, I love the TV show. Never read the books before, but I love the TV show. Definitely a fan. Wires, incendiary grenade. So yeah, if you wanted to switch to the incendiary grenade, this will allow you to do that. In fact, you know what? Let's give y'all something different. So yeah, let's use the incendiary grenade. And what did we get? So this is the Warlock fire control system. It increases your wrist cannon ability charges. Not going to help us at all for this playthrough because we're not going to get the wrist cannon item. But when we play as a hacker, I will pick up the wrist cannon item, and it's going to be glorious. All right. And I don't think there's anything else around here. So let's take the elevator.
I hope at least this elevator works out.
Loving it. Awesome. Books here. What's up, Vagrant? Yeah, I've heard the books are amazing.
Get back! Protegen clearly has something personal against elevators. Head for the semi-ring. Right behind you.
There it is. So close.
It's easy. We just need to take into account the Coriolis force and the rotation of the station.
Ah! Debris incoming!
Super cool.
Hey, we need to fly over to the semi-ring, and fast! Can you fly?
Yeah.
The Brute can't reach us with all the debris, but we'll die if we don't make it to the station. Easy does it. The station's moving. We can't afford to miscalculate the trajectory. We got this. Otherwise, we're dead. A damn ring rotation! Yes! You alright? 5 out of 5. Just a little bit more to go. Another cosmic leap of faith. This is getting to become a habit.
So I feel like that looked amazing. I think the situation is really cool. I think what they're doing with space is awesome. Again, I think the voice acting could be better, and the dialogue in there, as Dean has just pointed out as well. Yeah, exactly. It could have been better as well. So there's like a core there that's awesome. It just needs some improvements, but I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I mean, how many games do we get that really focus on space like this, you know, and really try to make it a point of giving us interesting scenarios that we can go through in space? Super cool. Super, super cool.
Now we're on the same side of the semi-ring as the ship, right?
Yeah, almost there.
The Protegen ship is just undocked. It's scanning the hull, looking for you. Advance, on the double. You'll see an airlock leading inside.
What's up, Rev? Yeah, I agree, dude. Looks amazing. Looks amazing. Can you change the key binds? That's a good question. I never tried. Keyboard scheme. Looks like no. As of right now, you cannot. I do hope it keeps being present through the rest of the game and not just a single cool set piece. Me too. But again, my assumption is you pay to work with a NASA astronaut because you want to have things like this regularly throughout the game.
Shut off with PDC. They want to cut off Pinkwater's ability to communicate with the outside world. Interesting. Looks like the ship only has 4 PDCs. There are at least 6 of them on Martian frigates.
4's more than enough to kill both the antenna and us. You mentioned the airlock. Where is it?
Right ahead, about 50 meters. But getting there is suicide. Stand by. I'll figure something out.
Hey, look! There's another airlock here, and it's much closer.
It leads to a damaged sector. Be patient. I'll distract them.
But they'll detect us! Let's get into this airlock quick! Zafar, you're the one controlling that antenna?
Yes, move. I've distracted them. Beeline to the airlock.
So supposedly there's going to be a lot of sections like that where you have to decide who you're going to trust. And that's part of how you build up relationships with companions. And also that companions on the ship are going to be a big deal. They're going to help you in missions in different ways.
For now.
Take care, Master Bill. So you actually get a really cool item if you go into the airlock that is right next to you. Whereas as far as I can tell,
Where to now?
I don't think you get anything extra.
There's an elevator there. It will take you to the dock.
Where as far as I can tell, I don't think you get anything extra by going here, except maybe it's this stuff. So what's this? This is fabric for, yeah, okay. So this stuff is what's supposed to be extra. So we got some fabric right there. No, you all just took my lotion. I brought a new one because you all took my original one. My wife and daughter just steal my stuff with complete disregard. Mars Attack spinoff. What's up, Smack? So what is in here? Oh, so okay. So you either get the short circuit algorithm, or you can get the wrist rocket launcher. So the short circuit algorithm allows you to basically shock and stun enemies. In fact, here, I'll switch over to it. I'm gonna switch out the electric rounds for this actually. And then you all can see some of that. Low struggle is real. Exactly. I'm trying to stab my ground. Like, it's a big old thing of lotion. They already took one of them. So I was like, you know what? They can have that one. I'm just going to get a different one. What do they do? Say, oh, it's on his desk. Take it again. Come on, man. Come on. Okay, so that's supposed to be the advantage of going this way. Oh, and we can jump down. Right. Okay, so this is an area you cannot get to otherwise. Interesting.
What? They were here already? Zafar, how do we open this door?
The alarm. You need to turn it off. The IT center will be at the end of the corridor, on your left. The terminal you need is in there.
So if we had come the other way, we would have come out of that door. Come through here. Interesting. And as you can see, because I've made the decision that the station should fight with me, there are bodies everywhere and the signs of fighting everywhere, whereas that would not be the case if I had done things the other way. Needs cover vaulting. I can see that. Wallace tells me that everything she has is hers and everything I have is hers. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Oh, this is another major difference as well. There's a button over here, but it just brings over a little robot dummy that you can shoot. If you had chosen not to have the station attack, this vault would be closed and you would have to find the code for it. But since we have the station attack, they raided the vault. The arsenal, rather.
If all the weapons had been here, it would have been a real massacre.
And this also means that, yeah, if you hadn't had this station revolt, there would be a sniper rifle laying here. Sniper rifle sucks, though. You would notice, nah, you can't show it to them after the fact and say like, and try to say that like I was speaking lies. Don't show it after the fact. If you notice on this assault rifle, it says plastic bullets 20% weaker than standard rounds. So that's the case with a lot of the weapons you get at first. They have a much higher rate of fire, but they also deal significantly less damage. So you have to find an upgrade for the weapon that then doesn't have that. So like if we had gotten our first pistol, then it would have had that 20% weaker. But we got this pistol in the space section, so it's basically an upgrade over the original pistol. It doesn't have that debuff. Showing the truth. Let's see. What else is here? What else is here? Examine.
There's not much. Just some certificate lying out in the open.
Return of the lotion.
Off the year.
Nothing there. Oh yeah, here. This is a upgrade for your lightweight frame. So your lightweight frame gives you 600 armor. Combat coordination is going to give you 800 armor. Increase your deployable firing capacity by 10%, which doesn't really matter, but it doesn't matter for the beta. But in the full game, you're going to be able to throw out turrets that actually fire on enemies who are within a certain area, and so this will help expand that. And then an additional 15% companion damage against engaged targets you all have seen before. You can manually have your companion engage with certain enemies. And that's all I can get from here. Okay, let's search around. And that's another Kovac. I already had that. Hope you get infected in this game like BG3. You could choose to fight or succumb to it. We'll see. Yeah, so there's a bunch of things you can loot here that don't necessarily have an impact. Like we're getting a lot of credits and things of that nature. It don't matter in the full game, I'm sure, but doesn't matter here. This, and that's it.
The cams should have recorded everything. Right. I'd like to know how Protogen's gonna explain attacking a private station. Although, after Eros.
What's up, Vice? Pylum fire control system. I don't remember what this does. Let's see. Oh, plus 50% ammunition ability damage. So yeah, that's definitely nice for me. I definitely want to keep the grenade. Do I have? I have one more fight, so we'll do this and then we'll switch over to the ammunition. What's up, Ultron? You were tired of Cyberpunk? We only got one or two more.
I was worrying about what to order from Luciana, how to get along with O'Connell, how not to fight with Vic. And now, we're being hunted by some very dangerous people. As soon as Zafar reprograms the transponder, we disappear and leave all this behind. Maybe it's for the best. I don't want to be a pawn anymore. I want to be the one deciding what's worth fighting for.
We're going to look at crafting in just a second, as soon as we turn off the alarm. These heavy pauses in dialogue are doing it no favor. This needs to be a lot more clippy. Yep, that's something else that I would agree. I feel like they're going to need to work on. Yeah, Outcat used AI stuff for this, not for Dark Heresy though. Games Workshop has already come out strongly against AI, so none of the developers who are making Warhammer games are going to be able to use AI to do it. Games Workshop is absolutely known for suing over their products, so I'm sure none of the devs want to have to deal with that. Is Combat Outcat homebrewed or is there a rule book? Homebrewed. I don't think there's like a tabletop version of Expanse. Why do you prefer KCD2 over Cyberpunk, Randall? So you see here, this has admin access claim. So this means you have the ability to hack into the computer if you want to. So we'll do hack, and it's a pretty simple
moment.
Oh, you have to manually do it. Okay, fine. Manually press E, and then it's like a simple numbers puzzle. Oops. And there we go. And yep. There we go. And since for breaching that,
just another system to crack.
I'm able to get into the files. And then there's a file here. I can download a schematic for Tactical Overdrive. So we'll go ahead and download that. And then we'll be able to look at it on the workbench in a minute to see whether or not it's something we want to craft. So we'll turn off, and we'll turn off this compartment lockdown.
We can go.
And we're all good here. All right, now the lights are back on and then all that good stuff. Go through here, go back through here. And now we have, let's first do the leaderboard.
Results of the last tournament. Don't look at me like that. All part of the plan.
Just kind of mellow, make posters and stuff. Although no disrespect to Cyberpunk, that was great too. Yeah, it's definitely a more mellow game for sure. Okay, so this is the workbench. Just about all of your gear can be upgraded in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So if you look at the stuff that I have right now, most of it there, it only has 3 grades. And unfortunately, because of the option we chose, we weren't able to get into the vault. And so we weren't able to get to the second tier versions of some weapons, but you'll see when we do the next round and have more second tier versions, higher level guns have more grades that you can choose from. And so you can do things like increase reload speed, mag size, you can give an extended mag, things of that nature. You can also upgrade most of your gadgets. So for my grenades, I can decrease the cooldown, expand the hazard zone. The ammo can all be upgraded as well. Like there's a lot here that's available to you, and frankly there's a lot to love. So even your subsystems, they can be upgraded. This is just going to lean into whatever that subsystem's good at. So for example, this increases your timed ability duration, like for your ammo if you wanted it to last longer. So that could be useful for you as well. But really cool stuff. Really interesting options. Okay, now we have the ability to craft something as well. So this is Tactical Overdrive. It reduces your maximum ammo by 45%, but it's going to increase your ability damage by 25%. I'm focusing on guns right now, so I don't want to be bothered with that. But on the hacking playthrough we do, I'm definitely going to craft this and equip it. Okay, now for the assault rifle, is there a way? Yeah, I can't do anything to wipe out that reduction in damage. So let's start with the helmet thing. I really like that. So let's increase the duration. Oh, will it even allow me to do that though? Let's see. Yep, it'll allow me to increase the duration. And unfortunately, I can't do grade level 2. So each grade has a new resource that it requires. So this one, it requires capacitors. I don't have those, and then microprocessors, we don't have those. So you're only really going to be able to do grade 1. Take care, Deacon. Have a good night, dude. Appreciate that. They sue. You know, sometimes Game Workshop sues people for good reasons, but other times I'm definitely of the opinion that they go overboard with it, and that there are times when they they didn't really need to go that hard. Like, I forgot what YouTube channel they shut down that had this incredible series basically everybody loved, but we were all looking at it like, why are you doing this? What do you really gain from this? Oh, you know what? I also want, here, hold on. I'll show you all this, but in the end, I think I prefer to use that. So let me see. Can I do one of these? Yeah. Plus 20, give me more rounds. Increase the chance to apply effects with specialized rounds. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. And I can't do anything there, right? Yep. Okay, cool. And I can't do anything with you anymore. Did I already increased you? I could do some with you. More damage. Nope, can't do that. Looks like, yeah. Oh, won't let me do any of these actually. Yeah, won't let me do any of those. All right. Here, hold on. Let's exit out and then go back in. Will it then show properly? No, still. Okay, fine. Right, Emperor TTS. There we go. Thanks, Mac. Yeah, I knew there was one I was thinking of where I was like, why? How is this to your advantage? There's just no way. Beautiful. Okay, 2 of those. And oh, I could have gotten more armor. That's interesting. And more specialized round damage. That's actually useful for me. So I'll take that, and that's it. Okay, cool. All right, now, but I won't use specialized rounds for this one. Here, we'll go ahead and show you all how this one works. And then, do we need any more foam? We don't. We're maxed out on foam and maxed out on ammo.
Jay and I escaped from Eros on the ship. I want to name her after us, but I don't have any ideas to.
The scum who killed my man.
Uh-oh.
If you had surrendered, the consequences would have been almost painless. But you didn't. Your mistake.
Is that right?
A personalized greeting. What an honor.
I didn't get the version with the beta, so it's all to see the sneak peek tonight. My pleasure, Rob. Hope you enjoyed it, man. My pleasure. All right. Nothing back over here. Spare parts.
Jay, take cover!
Rough. Not looking forward to facing those guys.
See that blue shit on their armor? We can't penetrate it. It must have some weak point. Larry?
Okay, now let's go. Oh, shit.
You're right on time.
They definitely don't pay me enough.
Didn't think you had it in you. First painting, now this. You could have gotten yourself killed. How's your shoulder?
Fine. I'll survive.
Does that put you, son, because you're an Outcat partner, does that put you in a weird spot for being outspoken about their use of Gen AI? Nope. I'll say what I want to say. It's never been a problem before.
How'd you get here?
A firefight broke out after O'Connell's order. The dock was a lost cause. I barely made it out in one piece. I followed protocol and tried to get to the backup communication node. Then I saw you and decided to help.
You did help, but it was absolutely insane. What were you thinking?
Understood. Next time, I'll think of my own life, then worry about saving others. All right. Now, honestly, I've never willingly thrown myself into incoming fire. Or unwillingly, for that matter. Oh, phew. I need to catch my breath.
I'll say, you could have been killed.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
What's up, Mystery? Yeah, this definitely makes you want to watch the TV show again.
Do you want to come with us?
I'm not a mercenary or a soldier. I'm a dispatcher. I don't even have armor. I'd better go to the terminal and contact anyone else who needs help.
How did they manage to dock?
Well, their ship appeared at the very last moment. They hacked our comms and docking system, and here we are.
Aren't many of them, but goddamn these stealth ships. I don't even know what equipment can detect them, but definitely not ours.
I used to think that only Martians had stealth tech. Hey, wait. They said you stole their ship. Is that true?
On Eros, we...
You know what? I don't want to know. The less I know, the better if they interrogate me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it immensely so far. What's up, Alchemist? Take care. Have a good night. I'm pretty much in the same boat, Ultron. Not the choice I would have made, but at the same time, I've come to trust Alcat for sure.
We need to go.
I'll head to the terminals and try to figure out how to help the others. Good luck. And if you do get out of here, don't forget about my mom's gift.
Hey, what's up, Enriquez? He does sound like a slowed down Solarian. Hilarious. All right. So you only get that one opportunity to upgrade. So from here on out, when you get all those wires and things of that nature, it doesn't really do anything for you. Why is there this circle here? Yeah, that does nothing. So here.
Almost there. If you can just deactivate the clamps in the command center, the mutt will be free.
All right, so we got...
1, 2,
That was the control algorithm we just picked up. That's what allowed me to electrocute her. Incendiary grenade. Yep, let's do that. Where is he? I want that drone.
Let's see how much momentum they can handle.
Damn.
Advance! Damn, I'm hit. Worse.
Come in there. Activate. Thank you. And you're back over here. Two of them.
You got nothing on Earth.
Beautiful. We good?
Not bad.
Very
Let's keep
nice.
it that way.
Maybe I seem to tell it just walked you and that's it. Yeah, they get by on aggressiveness. Someone else had it BS, someone else might have got it wrong. What's up, Extreme? Yeah, actually, I wouldn't call the enemy AI terrible because I definitely feel like it's better than Cyberpunk. There's definitely, I hate the way that pops up over and over again. And instead of doing what I wanted to do, that's fine. They use grenades to try to force you out of positions. In fact, they use grenades and melee combatants to try to force you out of position. They're very aggressive. You couldn't tell in that sequence because we destroyed the drone right when it came out, but that guy actually had a drone with him flying around, helping to ensure he constantly stayed healed up. And remember, we're also playing on normal right now. So when I'm playing on hard on the next go round, you'll see that things can be much more difficult. What's up, Erigo? Just got here. Which faction are you fighting for? So where you start the game as a Pinkwater mercenary, but I'm an Earther. Is the back is a homeworld I chose. There's a rocket on a grenade. Cyberpunk AI is a low bar. That is true, Mystery. I do not disagree at all. I'm a fool and did all that. Excellent. That's a door. What's in here? And hey, look at that. We have an upgrade for our assault rifle. So again, our assault rifle does 20% less damage. So we'll instead switch up to the Undertaker. That's going to give us a lot more damage, but unfortunately it's also going to lower our fire rate. But at the end of the day, it's worth it, in my opinion. So I go ahead and quit this. And you'll notice when we go to crafting, it's got 5 grades of crafting. So you've got a lot of different ways that you could potentially try to upgrade this weapon if you decide you want to use it for an extended period of time. Cool stuff for sure. Like the environment damage, I agree. Used to the enemy eye Mass Effect.
Fuckers.
They killed everyone and stole the servers. What for?
Those servers have our Pinkwater 4 employee database, but it's encrypted. It seems they were unable to break the code.
But if they do, they'll know everything about us. Appearance, biometrics, account numbers, even our favorite bar.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the environment damage as well. And the game does, the enemies rather do a good job of oftentimes forcing you to move from cover because everything's either lit on fire or you're just getting overrun. When I started the comment this game, I thought it was finna be a breeze and the computer lit you up quick. Voice actor sounds so basic. Yeah, Ultron, you missed that conversation. I mentioned that male voice actors aren't up to snuff, but the female ones, which we'll get into afterwards, are definitely much better. What's up, Pepsi? Wasn't super hyped for this game, but it's starting to look pretty sweet. Yeah, I think it looks strong, dude. I think it looks very, very strong. Curious if your allegiance can change as you play on. That's an excellent question. It's still not clear what our overall goal is going to be. Oh crap, I forgot to switch out my gadgets. Yes, that'll work. And then who else is down there? Here, let's do this first. And then that. Aha. And then we can do you. And no, you. There we go. Good Lord. And then like that. There we go. And then
You're getting too comfortable over there.
there we go.
Yeah, I've always been of the opinion actions speak louder than words.
That's freaking cool.
Salvo is on its way.
That's gonna definitely come in handy. Interesting if Mars and the Belt have their own campaign or pathways. Yeah, that I'm not clear on. They've definitely made it clear that you can be someone from Mars or Earth or the Belt, but it's not clear yet how big an impact that's actually going to have on your playthrough. So we'll see how it works out. And do I need another one of these? No, I do not. Jesus.
Sector is hot. 1, 2, advance! Look out! Snipers up top!
All right. Why isn't it letting me? There we go. Okay. And you here. Yeah, let's do the one that's closer. And then you back over there. Sure. And yes, that works for me.
I can help, but Larry won't be happy about it.
Zafar, fill him with lead.
Woo! I'm a very big fan of that. All right. Very big fan. Very big fan. All right, now.
1, 2, advance!
Let's do one of those. Sure. There we go. And then, yeah, he can do one of those.
Firing on multiple targets.
Why is he all the way up there? Here. Where can you move to? Yeah, go, dude.
Move there.
So that algorithm thing that we got, there's another version of it that that will actually hit multiple enemies at the same time.
Sights on that one. The Brute's here with an armored escort.
Even their armor won't stand a chance against PVC fire.
Beautiful.
Come on, push them back. Position.
Sylv, I'm not sure if we can change the difficulty mid-game, but I'll definitely be playing on hard on the next one.
Zafar, we can't penetrate their armor.
PDC will test its strength.
That's such a cool little sequence. I love that she pulls one of her allies with her.
On target, retreat to the airlock.
This is our chance. Let's go.
They're escaping. Fire, fire, fire.
This'll hold them.
The computer has uploaded your call sign as the ship's name. I need authorization.
Granted. Let's get out of here.
Brutal.
Prepare the thermonuclear charges.
Pink 1 and 4, don't lose hope. Everyone will know what happened.
Woo. And there you go. That ends our first run of it. So we did a run as a male Earther, and that gave you an idea of what it's like, both from a story standpoint, and we play as a shooter. So we played as someone who depended mostly on using their weapons. So now I'm going to run it back on hard, and we will play as a female belter who's also a hacker to give you all a different slice of combat, but also show you the difference in voice acting, because I do feel like the women are voice acted significantly better. What are some key points that make Expanse different? Expanse is a much more grounded type of sci-fi, and I would say it's much more, I wouldn't say it's much more political, but like politics are a big part of it. Basically, it's saying that Earth, the humans on Earth expanded out to Mars and then to the belt, and consequently 3 completely different cultures arose, and now they're kind of all at war with each other. And that is causing obviously a lot of upheaval and issues, and then you throw in this alien technology that kind of gets into the mix, and it just creates a lot of interesting dialogue and scenarios. I highly recommend the TV show on the Sci-Fi Network. I thought it was amazing. I haven't read the book series, but from everything I've heard, that is amazing as well. There are multiple actors from the TV show who have already Owlcat has confirmed that multiple people from the TV show are going to play a part in this game. So exciting stuff all the way around. What's up, Jay? Is this like an early access with a full story type of thing, or a preset thing with a little taste of gameplay? Preset. It's a closed beta with about an hour and a half of gameplay, Jay. What do you mean, when will the next one be, Shot Calls? Wasn't there some type of belter riot in the trailer? That I don't remember. I don't think so. The asteroid, it says, or at least the first episode, take place solely in Seoul. No, you cannot jump in this game, sure. Also, I highly recommend the Prime Video show. Feel like they do great with characters and lore and all that, but picking voice actors is bad at. I don't agree. I feel like Owlcat has had a very strong track record when it comes to voice acting, which made it kind of surprising that that I felt like the male voice actors were weak. But again, I feel like the females are better. What's an example of a couple of Owlcat characters who you felt like were poorly voice acted, Ultron? You know, Proto Molecule is definitely playing a role. So right before you started here, you came from Eero Station, which if you all saw the TV show, you all know like Proto Molecule played a big role in what happened there. So this is basically giving you another perspective on some of the things that occurred in the TV show and the book. Stream is over. We'd have to wait for you. Oh, right. So nope. I said I would do them back to back. So we're gonna do a female right now. So first thing you notice, they're belters, so consequently they're significantly taller than the Earthers you were playing as.
Zafar.
And now Zafar is the short one.
Coffee? I've got a fresh pot.
Thanks. Can't imagine what hoops you jumped through to get the coffee, let alone the spices.
Every little joy is a candle. The more you light, the more life's darkness wanes.
Zafar and his metaphors. But you're right. The dark days are definitely upon us.
I was so worried about you, my friends. We couldn't contact the Piranha. Eros went silent. There was all kinds of speculation.
What exactly?
Talk about some outbreak and quarantine. All the while, the UN and Mars issue no official statements. As if they were blindsided by all of this.
The show is 5 seasons, Jay. Each season has about 10 to 12 one-hour episodes. I wouldn't say that you have to watch the show before playing the video game. Owlcat has been very strong about you could jump into this fresh and you'll still be able to understand everything. And I trust him on that because I played Rogue Trader. I knew nothing about Warhammer before I got into Rogue Trader and was still able to follow it very well. So it's up to you. But some of the call outs and references, you'll definitely understand a lot more if you've watched the show, for sure. Hero Station. So the timeline in this game is around season 2. Season 1, Joanne, is basically season 1 and 2 that they're covering. Felt like every single performance of Rogue Trader was fantastic. I agree, JV. That's pretty much the way I felt. You didn't like the Tiefling girl in Kingmaker? I liked her. Some of Sela's early dialogue you didn't like? I liked her. I was never high on Valerie, so we might agree there. But yeah, the rest of them I thought were great. Oh, so that's a pretty good little commitment. Yeah. It's definitely a commitment. It's a full series for sure. Expanse does have a Telltale game. I cannot speak to the quality of it, but one of the fan favorite characters from the series is in the Telltale series. In fact, I might go ahead and do a live stream of that at some point so that we can see together. Oh, so you didn't like it, Ultron, when you played it? Oh, notice the Belter armor looks completely different from the Earther armor that we had before, by the way.
Without Vic and the others.
Yes.
Appreciate you following me over on Twitch, Jay.
They blew up the Piranha when it was leaving. Whoever destroyed the station didn't want witnesses. We didn't know these guys like you did, Safar. Still, we're so sorry.
Such cruel irony. Not to die in combat.
Take care, NYC.
Report to Director O'Connell ASAP. I just have one question. Is this ship yours?
You could say that. She was our ticket off Eros.
She can be legally recognized as yours by right of salvage. If the previous owners are dead, of course.
Oh, they are.
You'll have to tell me that story later. Right now, this ship needs a checkup and a reprogrammed transponder.
Can you help us with the transponder and the checkup?
Of course. I never pass up an opportunity to have a look around the new ship.
Sorry, but we need to go now. O'Connell's waiting.
Luna always carries with it the tides. I wish I knew what it is you carry. Good luck.
So, next up, report to the boss.
So some of you who saw this section in the first playthrough, you're probably already experiencing what I spoke about before. I feel like the female voice acting is significantly better. Jay, most especially, is much more tolerable with the female voice actress. Jay is your twin, Jay. Yes. Yeah, so Jay automatically matches whatever gender you add. So they were a male when I did my first playthrough, and now they're female.
I think he'll be glad to see you. I called him a pain in the ass. I want to say sorry.
More charisma, exactly, Mystery. What's up, Mike? Story for this is we had to be on the run. Oh, here. For those of you who might have missed it the first go round.
Has caused a water supply crisis on Ceres and renewed discussion over the inevitability of a military conflict between Mars and Earth. One of the survivors, the executive officer of the Canterbury, James Holden, has published a video in which he declares that the ice hauler was destroyed by the MCRM. Mars denies all accusations. Holden's whereabouts remain unknown.
So, if you've watched the show, of course, you know all about James Holden. Owlcat has already confirmed that some people from the TV show are going to show up as voice actors in the game. They haven't confirmed who yet. As far as the story, we were on Eros Station when the proto-molecule disaster occurred, and we stole a ship in order to come to the Pinkwater mercenary station where we work. And a mercenary group is going to arrive at this station looking to kill us and take back the ship. And you have to figure out how to get away from them, essentially.
I don't doubt it.
Yep, I figured there'd be some people that would recognize that, Tiago. Holden is not. Holden is the main guy of the TV show. He's not the main guy of this game. You'll be the main character in the game. Is the dialogue on the TV show as lighthearted as Osiris Reborn? No, the dialogue in the TV show is much more serious. Alien said it's Chris Pratt. We are Buddhists, so we blew up the space. How Jay is quick to do something in action, like when they get stuck in the elevator. Yep. So Jay is known for being hot-headed. In fact, that's part of her. That's literally like one of her main. Literally one of her abilities called Hothead. Jay attacks an enemy shooting on the move. Oh, you know what? I don't think I ever leveled up when we played the first time. So I need to make sure I level up in this one. Jay attacks an enemy shooting on the move while active Jay's defense is increased by 30% and their damage is the same as if engaged. So Jay is all about being hot-headed and decisive, and we got to do this. Owlcat said at the beginning, of course, you could choose the gender, and I think you have maybe some control over their build, but their personality is going to be completely their own. We'll see. Is Holden considered a badass? Absolutely. Absolutely. In my actual run, my first run will be as a male, most certainly. In fact, my first two runs will be male. But sooner or later, I will play as a female. Another is, at a certain point, yes, he's more of a character evolved. He definitely changes a lot in the series. So now we're playing as a hacker. You still get the 15% increase in weapon damage from shooter, but then you've also got 4 points that are placed here in gadgets, because you're supposed to focus a lot more on gadgets. So you've got lessened cooldowns. You get 45% more damage against controlled targets, meaning they've been shocked or stunned or they're on fire or something of that sort is going on, or maybe your drones are dealing with them. You get 15% bonus to your ability damage, and you get a 20% bonus to all timed abilities. And then if you look at, and also if you look at your exploration skills, you do not have access to engineering. Instead, you have cyber sabotage, which is going to improve your ability to be able to hack. And then if we go to your inventory, you'll see that your weapons are a little bit different as well. So this time you start out with a pistol instead of an SMG. And then you also start out with a pandemic algorithm. So it's an upgrade of the algorithm we got in the first run, because it can shock 1 to 3 enemies at one time instead of just one enemy. In addition, we have the Gremlin drone swarm, which is basically a shoulder drone that we can send out, and it will not only control enemies but also straight up kill them as long as they are within our area of effect. So it can actually target more than one enemy at a time, and when it kills the enemy that's in its area of effect, you can hit the button again to redirect it to another enemy. So very, very useful. And then again, we have the tactical scanner. So and we also have a different subsystem. So instead of the one that increases our weapon damage, we have one that decreases enemy cooldowns and increases our armor regeneration. All great stuff. In the full game, you will be able to choose if you want to play as a Martian, Belter, or an Earther. I already know you're going to kill Kalo Nord with each other. Hot is, yeah, all the mechanics are the same for Jay, regardless of gender. Persuasion on the hacker, that's something you don't see often. Yep. So you get persuasion regardless of which option you choose.
You just got back, darlings. I'm sorry, but dinner's not ready yet.
Ooh, Shimitsu. Smells so good.
That station getting blown up shows how persuasion trait is not always a good thing. Yes, so notice that station was blown up. None of that would have happened if I didn't have them fight back, right? So in this one, they're not going to fight back, and consequently, the captain will not be killed in the end. And I'm pretty sure the station isn't blown up in the end, right? But if you notice, on the radio, it was said, hey, don't worry, or
Man, is it better with our girl out there?
see, like, that voice acting is just got more oomph. It's got more charisma. But if you notice, when the station was being blown up, the last words they said is, don't worry, everyone will know about this, right? So by forcing them or pushing them to fight, you've also created a situation where perhaps it's going to be much more widespread knowledge that the prototype or whatever the name of that group is, that they're running around doing it. And then that could potentially change some of the options that you have down the line. So but on the flip side, you lose everybody who was on this station, right? So I feel like it comes off at least as a very consequential decision, and hopefully that pans out in the full game.
Larry, there's a weird blip on the LiDAR.
No, you can't have an opposite gender twin.
I'm gonna throw myself out of the airlock if I'm not left in peace.
I'm serious. This spot is a degree hotter than the surrounding space.
Probably a
What's up, Rain? I don't know anything about a locked door in the cafeteria.
Hi, Larry. We're back.
And hi to you too. I wish I could pretend that I'm too busy and don't have time to talk. But I'm on a break.
Oh, come on. I'm really glad to see you. And I'm sorry for calling you a pain in the ass. Why so glum?
It all started in childhood. My father was a tyrant, and my mother was a typical unfulfilled housewife.
Sounds like a setup for a sitcom. Wait, are you serious? Sorry, go on.
It's to the right.
My father died.
I'll check it.
Mom all her resentment on me. Now she's upset I don't visit her on Ceres. I wanted to send her a gift, but Luciana charges an arm and a leg for delivery. That's why I'm so glum, as you put it.
What gift will you give her?
Ah, well, it's just a painting. She loves homemade things.
When did you have time to paint something?
I painted during what others call free time.
Agreed, Tiago. Lipstick is pretty
I
good.
just call it the brief moment between work and sleep. Each day, bit by bit, and voila. It's not that big a deal.
We can deliver the gift to your mom. Yeah, I want something good to happen today. I'm tired of all this despair.
Oh, that would be really nice. My mom is sick of waiting, and she's pissed. Won't answer any of my calls. Just snaps at me if we do talk. Okay, deal. I'll ask someone to bring my painting by the ship while you speak to O'Connell. And please, don't open the package. Thank you.
You would have preferred stronger access for the Belchers. We might still get that. It's not like anything here that we're seeing is permanent. So I'll be curious what steps Owlcat is going to try to take to make the Belcher playthrough feel distinctive. This is odd how there's races in setting. Certain asteroids got people longer arms. It's all about gravity in this series. So the thing is basically that, hey, with these people being out on the belt for so long, it stretched out their bodies, but at the same time, they're not as firm or fit as people on Earth. They're just lankier and longer.
Look tired. I think you need some rest.
Well, that is a spot-on diagnosis. How did you know that I didn't have a single day off for a month? Because of the pitch black circles under my eyes? Or is it the general sense of despair I'm exuding?
A month without a day off? Sheesh. What's O'Connell saying?
You're not getting leave right after Harry quit. I don't care if your mommy is waiting for you on Ceres. And yes, I am an asshole.
Typical O'Connell. Somebody has to remind him we're humans, not robots. You know what? Maybe I will.
Yep. Agreed, I was. Yeah, that's basically what Voidborn are. Lived on the ship all their life. The game is supposed to come out in 2027. Beyond that, I don't feel like there's really a release window we can depend on.
You worked with a guy named Harry?
Yeah, I know. Hilarious. Larry and Harry. I really hope the next person I work with won't have a name with "re" in it.
With the brass acting like that, a month without leave can easily turn into a year.
Owlcat has already acknowledged they've heard the feedback regarding the male voice actor, so there's no doubt in my mind he'll get better, Ultron. They'll figure it out.
But O'Connell says that could take months. Not many people would want to serve out on some remote station when they can work in a major port, like Ceres.
Hang in there, Larry. We really need you.
I'm trying, but it's one or the other in any case. Either I work myself to death, or I manage to make it to my next vacation. And honestly, I'm at the point where I don't care which comes first.
See you, Larry.
See you later.
Awesome. All right. Now, someone said there's a locked door in the cafeteria that you can play around with. So I saw this locked door, but oh, there is something you could do with it. Whoa! I never realized this. I saw that lock portion and always turned away. Thanks, Rain. Wow. So what does this do? What does this give you? So this highlights the wires. Also, it's similar to what you do over in space. Highlights the wires, and then what? Over here, over here, over here, over here. Turn on. What's up, Flower? The ladies sound great as far as voice actresses. It's the male voice actors that I had an issue with. The women sound great. There were a few locked doors throughout, which is super exciting. Interesting. I completely missed that. I never went in here.
Yeah, I had to fiddle with the fuse box a bit.
Max, have you seen Safar?
That's not hacking.
After all.
Oops, he's busy with our ship at the moment.
You're the one who fixed it for him. Well, that's ironic. Okay, thanks again.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to pay more attention to locked doors in this when we go through this sequence. Cause wow, there's probably other times where I just opened where I just ignored something because it said locked, not realizing there was a way around it. Damn, that's so freaking cool. Look at that. Yeah, plus 10% weapon accuracy, plus 20% critical damage modifier. That definitely would have been useful in my last playthrough. Wow, 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 wow. Timed ability cooldown. No, we don't want that. Yeah, this is a closed beta. They'll probably, work on a lot of things. Absolutely. Hacking minigame reminds me of the one variation that Mass Effect has. So were there any other? I don't think I remember seeing any other locked doors, right? Yeah, there's nothing over there for me to interact with. And then over here, yeah, there's nothing over there for me to interact with. What is this?
Hey,
I'll just talk.
what's with Eros? Is there really a quarantine?
Sorry, we have to report to O'Connell first. Protocol and all.
Then I won't hold you up. Old man's not in the mood, so don't keep him too long.
Is the FemMC the same voice actor from the first trailer reveal? I think so, but I don't remember the trailer all that well. But I'm going to take a wild guess and say yes. Okay, that was super cool. Now let's go ahead and go to the quartermaster.
Oh, you're back already? Wait, so you flew in on that? I just got back from Europa, updated my range of products, and bought all the orders from my last visit.
This conversation is too long for me. I'm going to go ahead and skip this one.
What a man.
We'll play through we'll let the other ones play regularly, but this one we're going to skip. Hope they release the character customization like Dragon's Dogma 2 did. I always love when games do that. It's so much fun being able to create my character and have that ready beforehand.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. On sec.
But, well, that's still good. At least we didn't leave the poor chicken.
Yeah, she loves talking quite a bit. Only thing I forgot is there is a little bit of Belcher slang that got spoken here. Sorry, I did skip that.
Like a businesswoman. If I couldn't tell when I was being lied,
I always wanted
a lot of tall women. Yeah. Because we're playing as the Belchers this time. When we were playing as the Earthers, it was the exact opposite. We were shorting everybody else.
Everyone wants to buy all sorts of nice little things from the outer and inner planet. By the way,
the quality of lipstick feels like it could have the same attention that LA Noir got with its facial animation expressions. Yeah, what's going on, Adam? Yeah, I feel like it's definitely an area they're focused on.
Explains my wanderlust.
What's up, 96? What's up, Shrimp? How are you, dude?
That's why I can't stay put in one place for too long.
Give me the real secrets.
No, it's not. Got it. Everyone.
I heard some.
It's like I've always
Come
known.
on.
You.
I'm great, Adam. Got no complaints. No complaints whatsoever. So the Belters got less health and weird slang is their thing. They don't have less health in the video game, but in the actual show, yeah, their bodies aren't quite as fit and strong as Earthers are, but they're taller. And yeah, they've got their own way of speaking. Twins look at things remind you of Jack from Mass Effect. I would agree with that. What is the problem? Why won't it just let me press E and buy? No, no, no. Dum, dum. So I could go ahead. I could have went on ahead and purchased the shotgun, but again, I don't feel like the game doesn't let you have any of the tanking abilities, upgrades rather, and so I don't feel like the shotgun works all that well. But in the full game, you can already tell that there's definitely some options that'll make a shotgun build effective. Speaking of which, one of you asked, is there a way for you to play as someone who's focusing on melee combat? So if you go into the survivalist, which is the tank option, over on the right, it has martial arts, which is plus 30% close range damage. And there is a melee hit that you could do. And then you could get 60% bonus to melee damage when defensive abilities are active. So you could basically play as like a brick who loves to run around and just clock enemies to death, if that is your forte. There's something else somewhere around here that helps with melee damage as well, but I don't remember where. Again, I will have a video coming out tomorrow that goes over all of the mechanics, and so you'll be able to see a lot of that for yourself. You know, feel like all women have black women. They definitely have full lips. There's definitely a focus on the full lips in this game. Take care, Rain. Have a good night, dude. Appreciate the call out again, man. Let's do a full save. Maybe I'll cast some overemphasize their facial movements to make sure the computer notice. Mm-hmm.
Sir.
Here you are. I want an explanation. Where's Vic?
Oh, I'm sure the game-breaking bills will come out at some point.
The Piranha was destroyed, sir. Captain Barros and the whole crew died in the line of duty.
What's up, Billy?
What? What the? Who are we up against?
They didn't exactly introduce themselves. The station was infected by an unknown bioweapon, presumably.
Look how much taller she is than him. That's so freaking
A
cool.
bunch of guys with guns assured word didn't get out. They're the ones who destroyed the Piranha. The ship we escaped on belonged to them. We fought our way on board.
Wait. The news is saying there was an outbreak. HQ reported that even our UN contact doesn't know the whole story. Not a word about shots fired. Or ships being destroyed. Only the quarantine.
Quarantine, yes. But this disease, or whatever it is, was brought there on purpose. We barely escaped.
An outbreak? The Piranha? This is insane.
Sir, you have to believe us. We're talking about the genocide of an entire station. The massacre of our whole squad.
I wonder. But this ain't exactly easy to digest. If you're telling the truth, then...
How's the weather down there? Yeah, the hair looks great. Explosive build is 100% possible. Protogen, that's the name of the group.
I remember that brute. We saw her on Eros.
Sir, somebody hacked our comms. And not only that, the docking system isn't responding. They won't do.
We are preparing to board the station to commandeer our ship. Do not interfere.
We took their ship, but it was our only chance at survival.
And now they're here. Boarding my station. Handing out orders. Protogen will easily turn this into a massacre if they want.
Please just help us get away from them. Let us go back to the ship and I promise we'll take off.
You've got Protogen on your tail. A company with infinitely more resources than Pinkwater. Even if you do escape...
That Protogen brute murdered our guys and blew up the Piranha. Imagine what she'll do to you if you give us up.
I'm responsible not only for you, but for the whole station full of other people. What do you want from me?
So, in the first run of our game, we persuaded him to convince the whole station to cover for us, which caused them to all take up arms and assist in our defense, and subsequently a whole lot of them got killed, including O'Connell at the end of this beta. So this time we're going to go with human lives are more important. We'll find our own way out, which means none of them are going to help us, and combat is going to be more difficult subsequently.
Human lives are more important. We can find a way out ourselves. Just tell the others not to sell us out.
I would say the story is the game is going to be very story centric, Adam, for sure. If you've ever played an Outcat game before, the story is always a big part of the experience.
Tell our guests to come directly to me. You two, don't get caught. Get in the vent. Your only chance is to make it to the ship. Good luck.
Is this the part of the story where they at least found that ancient alien tech, or are gates not a thing yet? Gates are not even close to being a thing. This game is going to cover season 1 and season 2 of the show. So once again, when it comes to combat, it's very cover focused. You have your weapon and then you have your gadgets. In fact, we already reviewed the gadgets, so you all know about that. And then you regenerate health and armor by not taking damage, getting it to cover. You also have foam you can use for emergency armor and health regeneration. You can direct your companion to move to certain places, use their ability in certain ways, or exploit things in the environment to deal with enemies. And at any point in time, you can use the pause menu to do that as well. The pirate lady looks super cool. Yeah, I agree. I feel the leader of the Protogen grabbing and saving her people shows us she isn't as evil as we are seeing her. Yeah, we'll find out. We shall certainly find out. Voice acting will bring more people that don't like to read too much. I agree, Silver. I feel like this has the potential to...
Long story. Anyone in this wing?
Yeah, in section B.
Right, so remember in the last one, they helped us. Now they're just sitting back. Crap, I should have. Here we go.
Sights on that one.
Sector is hot.
Oh, crap. So now you'll see we have a new ability called drone. So we can send out a bug drone that will then attack any enemies that are in its path. And once it's finished, I can redirect it towards a different enemy. So now the drones are gonna move and attack those people. Very cool stuff. Yep, let's do that. There we go. And we're good. Not a fan of voice protagonists, but the voice acting for your character is pretty decent. Yeah, I feel like the women are very well voice acted for sure. Does feel kind of lame. There isn't any physical problems or weaknesses for picking the belters. There probably will be in the full game, but again, it's a closed early beta. It's going to be a year at least before this game comes out. So there are things that they're still fleshing out, which is the reason why you don't even have Martians as an option to take in the game. Yeah, some of the enemies are melee. How many squad members max is set up like Mass Effect. So it's you and then up to 2 other companions. Maybe what? Yeah, maybe when we're in different gravity situations, we'll see it take a toll on them, potentially.
Gemini, do you copy? Over.
We copy. Zafar, our own personal search and rescue.
I'm on the Mott's bridge, looking at the tactical map and the feeds from your suits. I've got company, and locked doors aren't going to keep them out for long.
So they'll snatch up our ship if we don't hurry.
I'll guide you through. Follow my thread.
You're going to disobey O'Connell's order?
I'm not about to let my friends die because of some order. Enough people died because I did nothing.
We're ready. Take us to the ship.
Advance to the door. There will be a technical corridor behind it. I'll plan you an evac route. Stand by.
Loud and clear. We could use some ship support.
So remember in the first one, he mentioned that, hey, I would have helped you regardless of whether or not I'd been ordered to. And he was as good as his word. Oh, I never realized her face was right here.
Protogen is a private security
She
company
disappeared
just
so
like
quickly.
Takewater.
I never
How did
caught
it do
that.
it?
Nice.
Let's ask them over dinner sometime. Hostiles are likely close. Left side has a good vantage point. Perfect for an ambush. Engaging the enemy!
Mm-hmm. No, you. There we go. You. There we go. You. And where's that? Yeah, let's do that.
Just a bug under my boot.
Oh, crap.
One, two, advance! Eagle eye. Sights on that one.
Beautiful.
Zafar, where to next?
See how much momentum they can handle.
Throw them off your scent. Get out onto the station's hull. There's an airlock right next to you.
Roger that. Jay, let's get out there.
Steven, what's up, dude? Appreciate the $2 donation, man. Yeah, I'm also down for a Mass Effect type of game, dude, for sure. For sure. Hope this bold venture leads to an original Owlcat IP one day. We'll see. It seems like Owlcat is in no rush for that. So if they do decide to do it, it's definitely a ways out. But maybe one day, who knows? Okay. See, Rain has me checking each door to make sure that is it really locked, or is there a way for me to open it that I didn't realize before? What up, Trey? Appreciate you following me over on Twitch, dude. The future made all of their TVs explosive. Get the fellow gonna get choke slammed by the leader when we see him. Yeah, you'll see. You'll see. She's no joke. Going back and forth the writing, because while it's not the usual experience we get from Owlcat, it feels on par with Mass Effect writing. Like, it's not, like I said in my review, it's not horrible, but it's also not on the same level of what we've come to expect.
It used to be that the infinity of space terrified me.
This looks freaking
I
amazing.
realized that actually...
Amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Just crazy.
This should stop them.
We're on different sides of the semi-ring, but there's a protogen ship dock near me. They're looking for you. It's too dangerous to go straight through.
Welcome, bro. Hope you're well. I'm doing quite well, man. No complaints.
Access. Then, return to the semi-ring. You can reach the Mott while bypassing enemy forces.
What's up, John? I've heard people compare this game to Mass Effect. Would you say for what you played so far that it's similar or way different? I'd say it's similar, but it's also different. Mass Effect had a very big focus on aliens, and there are going to be no aliens in this game. So right out the bat, that's going to make it a much different experience from those who are looking for something similar to what Mass Effect provided. But as you can see, the look can be somewhat very different. The way the your guns are on your back is absolutely Mass Effect X, and it gives you that sci-fi space epic, you know, that's been missing ever since the Mass Effect trilogy ended. And so I feel like the comparisons to Mass Effect are absolutely warranted. Whether or not it lives up to the grandness that Mass Effect provided, we'll see.
Planets,
We'll see.
satellites, asteroids. They're all just rotating around in space. Even the universe itself. So, I guess running in circles isn't useless after all.
Electric rounds, nice. Yeah, I'll admit the dialogue isn't bad, but it's a little safe and it's tame. That's a great way to say it. It's a little bland, a little tame. Yep, I agree. What up, Robot? I'm such a big Expanse fan. I have a Rosa Knight statue on my shelf. Oh, nice. I love this world. I hope this game gets the love it deserves. Me too, man. So far from what I've seen, here go the bugs. So far from what I've seen, this game does a great job of recreating the world in video game form. For a company that's only made games for 10 years, they're making big progress, in my opinion. I agree. I think Outcat devs have a lot to be proud about, for sure. Exodus is more Mass Effect-like. I would agree with that. I guess really turned out to be one of the more consistent game curators.
Into something extremely dangerous. We're like slingshotters doing some crazy maneuver.
Yeah, Robot, the dialogues do have to need some work.
All our calculations, and it's just way
At least from what we can see.
Sorry for interrupting. Almost done reconfiguring the transponder codes. That means no more month. But the ship needs a new name to complete the process.
Not the best timing. But my sister and I will think of something. What the? We're sitting ducks out here. There's our exit. Go. I've got your 6.
Hostiles in the area. Suppress the enemy!
That's one.
You're already in my sight.
Excellent.
Target moving in. Engage! Target in sight. Engaging.
One, two, advance! Eagle eye, sights on that one.
Beautiful.
Cover me!
Taking flank!
Oh, crap. That's not good. Oh, I'm not quite dead yet, huh? Now I'm dead. Thought I was already dead, but no. There we go. You come out.
Eagle eye, sights on that one. Slicker than a slingshotter.
Beautiful. Do you? Yes, you do. Do that. What up, Bruce? How are you, dude? Have you had any bad bugs on your playthroughs? No, not any bad bugs. One of them's gonna make our character a guy or girl like Shepard or June. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be that type of experience. We'll see. Oh, here, we got that available.
Focus, we need them dead. 1, 2, advance.
You're
Here we go. Yep, you're good. And there we go. You. You're out of there. Excellent. Excellent.
All right, we need an elevator to the semi-ring. The mod's not far from there.
Alloy, beautiful. So a little bit better than the first time. Still kind of rough though. Like buckle shards and drops of blood in ZOG looks amazing. I feel like this part they definitely got right. I think the space sections are going to be really, really freaking cool. Really, really cool. Cool to have some spaceship gameplay for this game, but I bet that will require too much developer effort. Yeah, you're not going to manually fly around. And I don't think you're manually going to control a turret or anything like that during battles, but we'll see.
Into it without turning off the radiators. Only I knew where the power supply units were.
I think the optimization could probably be a little bit better. I feel like when I'm playing this game, it's the only thing that I can do. If I try to do anything else, like tab over or something, it like slows everything down.
Yeah.
But naturally, there's plenty of time for more optimization to occur. Oh, by the way, close your eyes if you get dizzy easily. Do you think we could build a support medic type of character? There's an entire... Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't do that for this run. So as far as... Oh, I got a level up I need to put on as well. As far as skills, you have 4 combat skills, 2 for exploration, and then 1 personal passive. So since I chose to be a belter, I get a +1 to engineering. If I was an earther, I get a +1 to athletics. Both options get access to persuasion. I don't know in the full game if maybe you're going to be able to choose your own skills, and so you'll be able to switch all of this out. But the other exploration skill I get here is cyber sabotage, which is for hacking. When I chose to be an earther, it was an engineer instead. And that engineering +1 would have helped me. Now, as far as the combat skills, shooter is for people who want to focus on using their weapons. Gadgets is for those who want to focus on using like the grenades and the visor and all that kind of stuff. Survivalist is for people who want to focus on tanking and close combat, like with shotguns or even melee combat. And then leader is for people who want to focus on their companions. So if you wanted to play a support medic type of character, you could easily focus on gadgets and leader and just be the one who makes all of your companions much better. And it seems like that would be very, very valuable. I have a video coming out not tomorrow but the day after that goes through all of the mechanics. My video tomorrow is going to go over all of the gear that I've gotten thus far. All right, let me open that, and there we go. And there are those wire. Oh wait, here we are. We're supposed to be able to go all the way over here, right? Yep. And then over here.
You remember how we loved hanging upside down as kids? Of course I do. Thankfully, that kind of thing doesn't give you headaches in space.
Now, Dizzy, but long falls in video games give my motion sickness? Yeah, I would understand. Yeah, they're working with an astronaut from NASA, a former astronaut rather from NASA, to help ensure they get space correct. And I think so far it's money well spent. Wonder if we'll be able to change the pitch on our character's voice. I always appreciate a game allowing you to do that because it gives you so many more options as far as how your voice sounds. Okay, Big Ball saying something about Osiris Reborn not having granular difficulty. And they said anything about reconsidering this, even on normal enemies feel kind of spongy. It would be hard for me to believe this game wouldn't have granular difficulty. Like, there are some people who prefer a significantly more difficult experience than others. it'd be very, very odd for them to make this the type of game where you could only play on one difficulty. Reminds me of being a rogue trader, the support class of rogue trader. Yeah, officer. Officer is extremely cool. A lot of fun for sure. I agree. I absolutely agree. All right, and nothing else to take there. We'll go ahead and do a save there. Located reminds you of Dead Space. I never played Dead Space Dino, so I can't comment.
At least this elevator works out.
You think the Belters would have deeper voices because of their size?
Get back!
Get back! Boom, boom, boom,
Clearly has
boom, boom,
something
boom.
personal against elevators. Head for the semi-ring. I'm right behind you.
I don't feel like Belchers have deeper voices in the show.
There it is. So close. It's easy. We just need to take into account the Coriolis force and the rotation of the station.
In fact, no, they wouldn't have deeper voices because deep voice is about how large you are, not how tall you are. Belchers are just tall, but they're also lanky and thin. So no, their voices wouldn't necessarily be deeper. Super cool.
Hey! We need to fly over to the semi-ring and fast. Can you fly? Yeah. The crew
Nice.
can't reach us with all the debris, but we'll die if we don't make it to the station.
Yeah, I know it's a horror game. Maybe it's something we'll play in October. Although I heard that Avaria Iron Rule is coming out in October.
Calculate the trajectory. We got this. Otherwise, we're dead.
So that might interrupt the horror game plans. We'll see.
Damn ring rotation. You all right? 5 out of 5. Just a little bit more to go. Another cosmic leap of faith. This is
Freaking
getting to become
cool.
a habit.
Those mag boots are so freaking cool. I can't wait to see what else Hellcat does with it. In the cinematic trailer, you could use the mag boots in combat. They probably won't go that deep with it, but it was still great to see. I hope there's some real creativity that's used in how they're implemented. Wires. Did I miss something? Fabric. No, I didn't miss anything here. Okay. And any other chests?
Now we're on
Nope.
the same side of the semi-ring as the ship, right? Yeah, almost there.
The protogen ship is just undocked. It's scanning the hull, looking for you. Advance, on the double. You'll see an airlock leading inside.
Billy, I hated the writing in Mass Effect Andromeda. Extremely disappointing for me as a big fan of the overall series. Although, to be clear, I do feel like Andromeda has the best gameplay, like gunplay out of all of the games, of all the Mass Effect games.
They want to cut off Pinkwater's ability to communicate with the outside world. Interesting. Looks like the ship only has 4 PDCs. There are at least 6 of them on Martian frigate.
4 is more than enough to kill both the antenna and us. You mentioned the airlock. Where is it?
Right ahead, about 50 meters. But getting there is suicide. Stand by. I'll figure something out.
So in the first one, we waited for Zafar and ran across. And this time, though,
There's another airlock here, and it's much closer.
It leads to a damaged sector. Be patient. I'll distract them.
this time we're gonna go with Jace.
Let's get into this airlock quick.
So it seems like in the full game, there's going to be scenarios like this where you can either trust companions or show that you don't trust them, and it's going to have different effects.
But why didn't you go down the airlock I mentioned?
Sorry, but the situation was way too hot.
That'd be sweet if you used in combat. I agree. Andromeda had its issues, but considering other space RPGs that came after it, maybe it's better in hindsight.
Then our uninvited guests interfered. The coolant leaks in some places. Be careful. The substance is quite toxic.
I've never played Starfield before, so honestly I can't comment. But I know those who have, many of them felt like it was an inferior experience. Spare parts. More spare parts, the better. Think Safar or Jay gonna mention you not listening to them in this scenario can't make everyone happy. Right, exactly. Exactly.
The armor exterior. What do we do? We need to stop this somehow. What if we blow a hole in the pipe? Will it affect the pressure and the size of the leakage?
Oh, whoops, it was behind it. There we go. I knew I had to fire in that direction.
Almost just got boiled like dumplings.
Starfield's a totally different type of game. Hey. You wouldn't consider Starfield similar to Mass Effect?
Okay, we've shut off the coolant. I hope we
Got stuck right here. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. Got to pay attention. And now we get what is my personal favorite gadget in the entire game, the armor-piercing wrist cannon. So the cool thing about this is, what do I want to replace? Oh, I'll replace the pandemic algorithm. Cool thing about this is, if you look at it, it has two uses. So right off the bat, that gives it an advantage, right? Because everything else has one use and then you got to deal with a cooldown. And the cooldown is only 20 seconds. So it's not bad at all. It's easy to get easy to get access to it all over again. But even better, we also get a subsystem, the Warlock subsystem, which is going to increase the cooldown, unfortunately, but it gives me 200% additional wrist cannon ability charges. So all of a sudden, I can fire this thing off more often. That, and so you can see at the bottom, it says 4 above where I can use the wrist cannon. So I can pop it off 4 times before finally it can't be used again, which is essentially, if you aim it properly, it counts to basically 4 enemies you kill before it can even cool down. Great stuff. Just great, great, great stuff. The Outer World series was written better than Starfield and Andromeda. Yeah, I can't compare since I didn't play Starfield. And I don't remember Andromeda well. I remember that I hated the writing, but I don't remember why and all the ins and outs. All right, so now, if you remember before, we came from over here in the first run. Now that area is blocked off. But the only thing you got over there was the lesser version of the pandemic algorithm, which allowed you to shock 1 enemy instead of just 3. So all the way around, this is the superior path. Definitely if you're a hacker, but I'd argue even if you are a shooter, going Jay's route is clearly the better way to go. Yeah, it's a wrist rocket launcher. You'll see when I use it.
The door's locked.
Code blue blocks off certain compartments. You can turn it off at the IT center. End of the corridor on the left.
So you'll notice there are no bodies around here, and the light is not all in red because
Don't look at me like that.
everybody gave up.
Plan.
Everybody gave up and just allowed themselves to be taken, so there was no fight. And now that also means the armory is locked. So if I can find a code, I'll be able to unlock it. Like Space Dog, fighting is great in Starfield. There's none of that in Mass Effect. You only remember that woman's face for being tired. from man, so many people were making fun of that. She definitely became a meme all unto herself. Kind of expect some kind of emotion from Jay and our character when all those innocent people lost their lives because of them and their persuasion choice. Yeah, and that's definitely should have been part of it, right? Like there should be some semblance of remorse. But you know what? Maybe the remorse comes after the station is blown up when you're able to talk on your ship. I don't remember what the pylon does. Oh, this is the one that, yeah, that's for ammunition ability damage. So if we were using a weapon, that'd be great, but not all that great for us in here.
Yeah.
Just the other day, I was worrying about what to order from Luciana, how to get along with O'Connell, how to not fight with Vic. But now we're being hunted by some very dangerous people.
That belt armor looks so freaking cool.
As soon as Zafar reprograms the transponder, we disappear and leave all this behind. Maybe it's for the best. I didn't like doing it only for the money. I want freedom, not some new chains.
They destroyed. Yeah, persuasion gets people killed. You know, it's usually the exact opposite. I agree. I agree. Got that.
Look, not all of them are looking for criminals. Someone's discovered a more pressing matter. Looting. I don't think they're looking to profit. No, that's something else.
All right, and now in that journal we got the code for the armory, so we'll be able to open that up. And now let's go ahead and get some hacking done. And oh. There we go. And now that's going to give me access.
Just another day in the belt.
To this file, and we'll download that file. That'll give me the schematics for the tactical overdrive, something I'm definitely going to want to craft. Now we'll go back here, and compartment lockdown is off. Doors are open, so we're all good. We have a signature black armor every time. All right, now let's go in here. And we know the code 9009. Access granted. Remember, this was closed in the first run.
As if there's no one here. It's safer for them to be unarmed. No need to provoke Protogen.
Safer this way. And oh, so actually we get 2 upgrades if the armory has not been opened. So first, you get an upgraded SMG, which is going to be great for Jay, so I'll definitely give that to her. And then you also get this sniper rifle. And if you don't have access to the armory, you flat out do not get access to a sniper rifle in the closed beta. So really cool stuff.
There's not much.
That's the real choice. As the citizens to fight armed pirates. Wouldn't be much against combatants. Exactly. I like the attention to detail. The interior looks great. I agree, Red. I agree. You could tell a lot of effort was put into it. And then combat coordination is still here. Beautiful. So lots of things to upgrade. Okay, so if we go on to let's go here. And we will upgrade. So the Rattler is what Jay has been using, and it's got 20% weaker than standard rounds. We're going to give her the Arma Luna, which is going to deal much more damage, but it's got a lesser rate of fire. No big deal. Still superior to what she had before. Now she's got the incendiary grenade, and she's getting that 10% bonus to weapon damage. I'm good with all that. She could get, ooh, you know what? Yeah, let's give her bonus to ammunition damage. Well, but you know what? She's only got these two options, and I don't want to let go of the grenade, so that doesn't really help her, but it is what it is. Now, we could... oh, yeah, we'll take the upgraded pistol for now. And then we already have this stuff. I'll let you all... Here's the archer weapon. So you see it does way more damage, but unfortunately it still has the weaker bullets. Consequently, if you're playing on hard, it doesn't give you that one hit, one shot, one kill type of feel that you want when you're using a sniper rifle. So I don't particularly care for it. Other than that, I got all the stuff that I wanted. And before I forget, because, oh, wait, what's in here? There's another callback, not something that's useful. Genghis, what's up, dude? Appreciate you following me over on Twitch, man. Also, weren't there pre-order rewards? Yes, there are pre-orders. There are rewards for pre-orders, yes. So not persuading really is the real choice here. So the difference is, I think not persuading is clearly the best option for the closed beta, but in the full game, it's also clear that by persuading them to fight, you're going to alert more of the galaxy in regards to what this mercenary group is doing. And that could have effects, right? Like when you're going through the game. So we'll see. We'll have to play the full game to know what is truly the best option here. Okay, so now, once again, we can craft things that we want, and the vast majority of your gear has a lot of different upgrades that you could potentially get, right? Now, I like for the wrist gadget, I go ahead and grade 1, and I go ahead and pick up heavy ammo. That's going to give me 1 extra shot, which means right up front, I can fire off 5 shots with my rocket launcher, which is really, really freaking awesome. Now I'm also going to get tactical overdrive. It's going to reduce my maximum ammo by 45%, but it's going to increase my ability damage by 25%. Needless to say, that's awesome for me. So why not go ahead and take that? And I'll go ahead and get some more ability damage. And you know what? Let's go for a little bit more ability damage. Let's go ahead and make it 3 ability damage. Why not? And can't go for 4, but it is what it is. Now, as far as modification, I also use the drone a lot. The drone actually comes with a level 1 mod. So your cooldowns are reduced by 20%, and you do not have a capacitor, so you cannot get the grade 2 mod. But just as FYI, I really like the bodyguard swarm upgrade. If the swarm does not have a target, it targets the enemy that is the most immediate threat to the character. So when you use the drone, it goes out to an enemy and it kills that enemy, right? It will sit until you choose another enemy for it to go over to. So if you have the bodyguard swarm upgrade on, then as soon as it's killed all the enemies in its area of effect, it'll immediately go to another enemy, and most importantly, it'll go to the one who is having the biggest impact on you. So I think all of that is super, super cool. Let's see. We will also increase your duration. That works. Can't do anything there. Hope we get a character customization next preview. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I would definitely be down for that as well. Let's see. Can I increase this? Yes, I can. We will go with, we could go with the max size, but actually the reload would really help. Structural damage and all that. That's cool. And then down here, oh, I keep forgetting we could have, well, that's time, but we could have gotten more armor, right? But, oh, well, what was this do? Oh, Rick's cannon reload speed, but nah, I don't care about that right now. And cool. So then we'll go into this. And where is the one we really don't need? So this sustained impulse control allows for prolonged activity, but subsequent activations require more time. Right. So it increases my timed ability duration but the cooldown for my timed abilities are also increased by 20%. But I think that's still really working for me. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this out. Whoa. That's got to be a bug that it gave me 4 copies of it, but I'll go ahead and quit that. And then, hey, can you equip that? Yeah, you sure could. 10% weapon damage probably means more to you. Oh, but it doesn't mean more. But they won't let you use it in that slot. Okay. Yeah, so like these different gadgets and subsystems, they're all supposed to be in different categories, and you can't match 2 in the same category. Like, for example, I've got access to electricity, electric rounds. We also had access to incendiary rounds. In the last one, you can only have either electric rounds or incendiary rounds equipped to your character. You can't have both at the same time. Okay, that's all looks good to me. And yep, so if you look at the bottom, first gadget, it's got 5 over it. Beautiful. I never figured out if there's something I'm supposed to do with this robot. You can click this button, it'll come closer. I shot at it, didn't cause anything though. So I think it's just something that's there. Maybe in the full game, it'll have, there'll be something more to do with it. All right, now we're good.
Jay and I escaped from Eros on the ship. I want to name her after us, but I don't have any ideas to...
The scum who killed my man. This station is under our control. Cease this senseless escape attempt and surrender.
A
Surrender.
personalized greeting. What an honor.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and save here. More spare parts. Unfortunately, they're not that useful anymore.
Jake, take cover.
Boomer, what up, dude? How are you, man?
Have you seen that blue shit on their armor? We can't penetrate it. It must have some weak point. Larry?
Okay, now let's go.
That looked unpleasant.
You're right on time.
They definitely don't pay me enough.
Didn't think you had it in you. First painting, now this. But you could have gotten yourself killed. How's your shoulder?
Fine. I'll survive.
How did you get here?
Protogen started to take over after O'Connell's order.
What's up, Barty? How are you?
I didn't have a choice. I wanted to find a safe place to wait it out. Then I saw you and decided to help.
Me either. I'm really excited for this game, for sure. Really, really excited for it.
Thank you, Larry. We owe you big time. I don't even know what would have happened if you hadn't closed the airlock.
I'll add useful and decisive to my resume. I guess it's true now. All right. Honestly, I've never willingly thrown myself into incoming fire. Or unwillingly, for that matter. I need to catch my
Boomer,
breath.
thanks for the $5, man. Appreciate you, dude.
You could have been killed.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
Do you want to come with us?
I'm not a mercenary or a soldier. I'm a dispatcher. I don't even have armor. I'd better go to the terminal and contact anyone else who needs help.
That's been crazy for me, super busy. How did that Kingmaker playthrough end up going? I think you were doing a summoner, right? I loved the summoner. Unfortunately, I had to stop the playthrough because it bugged out right at the end. And so I need to replay through it and get back up to that point. But I enjoyed it right until it got to that period. Jubilos bugged out and died at the end without reviving the way it was supposed to.
How did they manage to dock?
Their ship appeared at the very last moment. They hacked our comms and docking system, and here we are.
Aren't many of them, but goddamn these stealth ships. I don't even know what equipment can detect them, but definitely not ours.
I used to think that only Martians had stealth tech. Hey, wait. They said you stole their ship. Is that true?
On Eros, we...
You know what? I don't want to know. The less I know, the better if they interrogate me.
True that. Yeah, not the best, Vardy. Not the best. That's why I haven't done the Kingmaker content yet.
Figure out how to help the others. Good luck. And if you do get out of here, don't forget about my mom's gift. Tell her I'm fine.
Awesome. Way to go, Larry. All right. That door's locked. Nothing we need to do with that.
Almost there. If you can just deactivate the clamps in the command center, the mutt will be free.
What's up, Bobby? The
1, 2, advance!
that was the rocket launcher you all just saw. Let's see, can I? There we go, saw it again. Super freaking cool. And you, as soon as you, actually, no, here, you. Just amazing. And then you, oh. And then you. Just so freaking cool. Oh, wow. Oh, crap. Crap. Oh, and I still got him? Nice. Where are you? You're over there. Okay, fine. Come over here.
Let's see how much momentum they can handle. 1, 2, advance!
Quicker than a slingshotter.
Just clearing zone.
Go.
Eagle eye. Sights on that one.
Oh, that's not cool.
Slicker than a slingshotter.
Woo. All right, now.
1, 2, advance.
That's one. There we go.
Taking flag.
Mm-hmm.
Need assistance now.
It's not coming, homie. There we go. I think I'm gearing up for my first ever playthrough of Kingmaker. Nice. Kind of deciding between Kineticist or some kind of Necro Summoner. I heard Herald Caller was good for that. It can be, for sure. It can be. Take care, Adam. Have a good night, dude. Yeah, it's my pleasure, man. Yeah, so Bobby, this closed beta, it takes about an hour and a half. And I've only got one more fight left. So I'm almost towards the end of it. I actually did 2 playthroughs of it. So first I did it as a male Earther shooter focused on weapon damage. And this time I'm going through as a female belter hacker who's focused much more on her gadgets. Supposed to remind me of the boss from Batman Arkham series. Yeah. It was weird getting around this cover. If I could have gotten an angle on him, I could have had Jay help out a little bit more. Ammo full. Cool. Over there. That works. No ammo there. What's in here? Oh, this is the Undertaker. Definitely want that. So let's go ahead. Undertaker is going to deal more damage. TJ, what's going on, dude? Appreciate the $20 donation. No, this is a third-person action-adventure game. No first-person perspective available.
Why and where are they taking our servers?
Those servers have our Pinkwater 4 employee database.
I mean, it's late for me. Take care. Take care, Vardy. Always good seeing you, dude.
Unable to break the code.
But if they do, they'll know everything about us. Appearance, biometrics, account numbers, even our favorite bar.
Nice, more focus drug. Take those credits.
There's a docking issue. The second clamp's still holding the mud. Can you deactivate it manually? There's a terminal below.
Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and save here. Actually, my bad. There's actually 2 more fights. And we're almost at level 6. Isn't that nice? Okay, I keep forgetting to do this level up. So let's see. We're focusing on gadgets. Negative 10% to ability cooldowns while equipped with compact firearms. Deployable firing range capability. Plus 15% armor granted by... I don't think we get any defensive abilities in the closed beta. But obviously that's going to be a part of the full game. 30% to projectile ability critical damage modifier. That would really help with the heavies. That's interesting. Or plus 28% area ability radius, which would really help with the drone. When I send out the drone, it could potentially impact more enemies. What's up, Saad? How are you? I'm having a lot of fun with the game so far, for sure. The beta's awesome. I'm enjoying it. Let's say... let's go with the crit damage. Let's make sure the heavies make it count when I use them. And then let's go to Jay. Jay's definitely going to focus on shooter. Tight duet. While on the move, Jay marks the enemy as exposed. If a character assisted neutralizing the exposed enemy, Jay's armor is regenerated. Their combat feat duration is extended. I like that, actually. So I'll take it. Whoops. Boom. Do they need a level up? Yeah, Rob, they do. I mentioned that when I filled out the survey that I think they need a level up reminder somewhere. Definitely think they do.
One, two, advance!
Not you. And got you. Get up out of here. Now you two. I think the incendiary grenade is sufficient for you. There we go. Got you. Got you. And then where's the last one? Oh, they're all up there. There we go.
It's over. For now.
I've always been of the opinion actions speak louder than words. Say a word and another salvo is on its way.
Awesome. What's up, Asimar? Good morning. This looks similar to Mass Effect 1. Skill system, which was more RPG than Mass Effect 2 and 3. Yep, there's definitely a focus on adding cool RPG systems into the game. Of that, there is no doubt. Now, one weird aspect of this beta is I've gotten to level 6 before. I don't understand what I did differently. As far as I can tell, I completed all the content and only got to level 5 here. And that's happened other times. And then I've had other times where I got to level 6. So I don't know if that's because sometimes the XP progression is bugged or if there's something else that I'm missing about how it works, but it does seem a little bit weird. But I will say at level 6, I got both a combat and an exploration skill point. So it seems like you get exploration skill points at certain level up periods. Okay, and now we will go for, do we need one of these? We do not. Go for you.
Sector is hot. Observing the enemy. Look out! Snipers up top!
I'm on it. Just stay where.
Zafar, give them hell.
There we go. Actually, here. There we go. Here we go. Whoa! What happened? Where are you? If you don't get it together, thank you. Oh crap! No, 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 no! Good Lord.
Say goodbye. What?
You.
Sights on that one.
Here, hold on. Nope, can't do that. So let's do that. Which I should have been done anyway. Are you serious? Okay, Jay is not having a good showing this time. If you don't let me, come on, man. Thank you.
1, 2, advance.
Okay. Here, you. And then 3.
Eagle eye. Sights on that one.
Beautiful.
The bridge here with an armored escort.
Even their armor won't stand a chance against PDC fire.
And there we go. And then finally at the very end, I get level 6.
Chase these bastards again. Zafar, we can't penetrate their armor.
PDC will test its strength. Mobiles on target. Retreat to the airlock.
This is our chance. Let's go.
They're escaping! Fire! Fire! Fire!
This'll hold.
The computer has uploaded your call sign as the ship's name. I need authorization.
Granted. Let's get out of here.
Seems you're left with nothing. So, what now?
We'll find them, wherever they may hide.
And that's the end. Asimar, you actually don't have to play this as a cover shooter. There is a whole skill tree dedicated to being a tank who can take the shots and who operates basically out and about. So if you want to play a more regular, if you want to do a more regular type of play style where you're behind cover, then obviously that allows you to focus more on offense as opposed to taking some defensive capabilities. But if you prefer to be a person who just runs up and shoots, then you're going to have drone abilities that'll restore your armor and restore your health. There are shotguns. You do get a melee attack. So if you want to be in the thick of things, you definitely can. That scene was straight out of Mass Effect. I agree, TJ. I agree. Very, very familiar for anybody who's a big fan of the Mass Effect series. So once again, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I feel like very strong start. Obviously, there's some things that need to improve. I felt like the dialogue could be better in some areas. I felt like the voice acting for the male characters needs to be better, but I thought the voice acting for the female characters was fantastic, and I thought the voice acting for the NPCs overall was really, really strong as well. The space sections were all great. It's obvious they're putting in a lot of effort to try to make those experiences as realistic as possible, and I think that's paying off. A couple of you have already mentioned in the chat that it seems like the role-playing elements is a part of it that they're really focusing on. So Owlcat is always known for having deep mechanics, and this seems to be no exception. There's going to be a lot of different options for how you build your characters and how you put your teams together. So all the way around, I think this is definitely a game to look forward to. I do hope we get an updated version of the beta at some point that gives us access to the companions and gives us a more open and expansive, for no pun intended, look at what the game is going to be. But if this is it and they're just going to make us wait until full release, I'm definitely already convinced that this is a game that I'm going to want to check out next year for sure. And I think definitely for anyone who's a big fan of the Expanse, this looks very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. What's up, Mark? Storytelling good in this game so far? I feel like the dialogue could use some improvements, but there's some really cool consequences in the game that I enjoyed, and I feel like it's going in a place where I'm going to be interested in seeing how it unfolds. Yeah, definitely the book and the TV series storytelling was a huge part of it. And so that also makes me feel like it's something that they're going to get right here. Plus, Owlcat is known for amazing storytelling. So I have a lot of faith in what they're going to do long term. Kind of have only 3 games on my list for this year: The Expanse, Dark Heresy, and of course GTA 6. Nice. Nice. I hope all of them live up to your expectations, man. Hope all of them do. I agree, Machine. I think the beta was really nice. What's the next RPG coming on the market in the next few months? If you're into CRPGs, the developers for Black Geyser just announced that they're going to be making a prequel game. In fact, the what do you call it? What is the name of that freaking game? Avaria, there we go. Avaria Iron Rule. They just announced the Kickstarter for it, and that Kickstarter's already exceeded its goal, and I'm pretty sure it exceeded its social media goal to add romances into the game. But supposedly, according to the Kickstarter, this is going to come out in October. So I originally said I was going to play a horror game in October, but I'm probably going to end up playing this. Outside of this, it's not, of course, a new game, but Rogue Trader is supposed to get some DLC at some point before June. And sometime in the next 2 to 3 months, I am expecting that we're going to get the Dark Heresy updated full beta, which is going to hopefully have like another part of the game and allow us to see even more of what they have cooking up. So definitely some things on the horizon. Outside of Avaria, I don't think there's any like real brand new games that I'm expecting to come out, other than the things that we played a demo for. So I played the demo for the flying card game, whose name escapes me right now, and really enjoyed that. I did a review for that on the channel. And then there are a couple of other games I played the demo for that I was like, when this hits, I'm definitely going to be interested in it. But I don't know. I haven't seen any release dates for those games yet. So I'm kind of in a sit and wait situation. I'm not sure that Fable is coming out soon. There were rumors that it's going to be delayed. The devs denied it, but the whole situation with Fable seems a little bit hazy right now. So I'm kind of Aether and Iron. Thank you, Niska. I played Aether and Iron. Enjoyed it immensely. Definitely recommend checking that out if you haven't already. Also, if you're a big fan of medieval experiences and you don't mind something with indie graphics and like a more indie style, Knights of the Round Table just came out around the same time as Aether and Iron, and that one looked like it was a really, really cool experience. I would definitely recommend checking that out as well. DJ, thank you so much for the $20 donation, dude. Appreciate you, man. It's my pleasure. Yeah, we'll see if XCOM comes out this year. They did that PC Gamer expose, and I really enjoyed that, but there's been no new footage since the trailer dropped last year, which makes me kind of question how far along they are in development. So I'm kind of thinking of XCOM as a 2027 game, to be honest with you. We'll see if it actually ends up coming out this year. At earliest, Fable is a fall game. I definitely agree with that as well. So I'm not putting any expectations on it. When it comes out, I'll definitely play it, but we'll see if it actually sticks to the date that they're hoping for sometime this year. So anyway, that is it for today's stream. I just wanted to show you all the Expanse closed beta and help you all make a decision about whether or not it's something that you're also excited for, something you want to purchase so you can play through it yourself. Again, I'm very excited. I absolutely am on board, and I will continue to cover this game. So make sure you stay locked in with the channel. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and look out for the videos that I have coming out for the rest of this week. That'll walk you through the gear, the mechanics, and we'll also walk through the survey so we can compare thoughts as far as how we feel about where the game stands now. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing you all's perspective. That is it for today's stream. I do plan to be back on tomorrow evening, at which point we'll probably go ahead and close out our Cyberpunk 2077 live stream. So I hope to see you all there, or I hope to see you all in the next stream. Take care. Yep, my pleasure, Dirk. My pleasure, so. Take care, Machine. You all have a good night. Yep, my pleasure, Saad. Appreciate you stopping by. Take care. Night, Niska. Yeah, if you've played the game, definitely check out the survey, fill out the answers. Outcat does actually pay attention to that stuff. Bex's XCOM game was the second one. Yeah, I plan to play XCOM 2 for sure. I've never played any of the XCOM games before. Night, SMR. You have a good one. Take care, Rob. Always good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well.